Yes, I do.
That dessert.
Yes.
They're terrific.
What,
I don't know.
what is it?
It's
like a chocolate rolled cake.
It looks like
and
a log.
It's really good.
And they make it look like a log with a little stick coming out of it. And it's called a bûche de Noël, and it's delicious. Is it like ice cream in it?
It's like chocolate and stuff, and it's rolled, and it's really, really good.
That sounds good.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah. So get one of those too, okay?
I will.
If anybody knows where you can obtain a bûche de Noël,
It sounds like something like Baskin Robbins would have.
Yeah. And hit me up on Facebook if you know where I could get a bûche de Noël.
That's Allison Sabo, S-A-B-O.
There we go.
All right.
Nice to see you, Allison.
Thanks, you guys. Come donate.
Have a Merry Christmas and a Happy Holiday.
Good holidays to you guys too.
All right, see ya. So here we are. Let's get it going. Call that number. What is it? What's the number?
801-819-7300.
And the matches are happening already.
Yes.
So first thing out of the gate, there's a match going on right now from Same Day Heating and Air. So your dollars double when you donate right now.
All right. Now, what is this? What have we been doing here? This hasn't been farting around.
Sure, it is.
This has been
we
farting around?
we opened the show. If you're podcasting and you didn't hear it, we did. It's one of Bill's favorite Christmas songs. I know.
And I didn't hear it. So.
It's a Merry Christmas. I Don't Want to Fight Tonight.
Oh, yeah.
The Ramones.
I would only change that song slightly if it were me doing it. Merry Christmas. Let's have a fight tonight.
That'll be fun.
That's what we do on Christmas.
You opt into a fight.
Yep. Anyway, call the number, donate right now.
All right, we're just like $25 ahead of FM.
No, that is not sufficient at all. Well,
No.
and we have Allison's $18 that's going to go.
Oh, did they count that? They better count that.
They better.
All
And
right.
if you call that the local or the number rather than do it online, a nice operator will take your donation.
Yes.
All right, well, yeah, this has been farting around, so. Sorry, yeah, thank you.
There we go.
This has been Farting Around with Carrie, Bill, and Gina on X96, Radio from Hell.
We're working on Radio from Hell TV. I guess that's Reloaded. Okay, Reloaded, everybody. It just came up. And
That's x96.com/live.
Or not. It might be x96.com/radio from hell.
Let me see.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
That's part of the fun this morning.
I see.
There's always
a challenge, you know.
Let's see.
All righty.
But anyway.
No, it's working.
It is now?
x96.com/live.
Finally. Okay, good. Good.
Thank you, Kate.
All part of the challenges. All right. So, yeah.
Now,
We'll get going.
We haven't officially begun the show yet. So,
No, we gotta do
take
that.
a break and then we'll come back.
We'll do
and
that coming back. Stand by. We'll get you there. Don't worry. UtahAdvocates.com.
It is slip and slide season, winter season, and there are already accidents this morning. As I was driving in, I heard traffic reports about accidents. And so if you are in an accident, the advocates are there to help you. Katie, our producer, has twice been in an accident.
Not her fault.
No.
She was hit.
Yeah, from behind.
And both times the advocates stepped in. She contacted them. They stepped in, got her car fixed, and got her a settlement both times. No money out of pocket. Katie doesn't have to pay any money out of pocket, and neither will you. That's how they do the work.
Now, they want you to know they're available 24/7, even during the holidays. If you get in an accident on Christmas, and you call the number, someone will talk to you about it.
It's 801-355-5550.
And you're thinking, I can't afford to talk to an attorney. Well, it's free, all right? It's free until they get you a settlement.
Yeah.
And even then, you don't write them a check.
Yeah, they just take their cut.
Or you can go to the website. It's UtahAdvocates.com. Chat there.
X96.
The holiday season is here, and you
We're back.
Here we are.
Carrie's trying to fix his internet.
We're here, and we're going to officially begin the show. Let's go. If you want to check in, you can. It's 877-602-9696, 33986 as well.
You can text us if you want.
Yeah. And then let's, I guess, begin.
Stay safe this season with winter tires at Big O Tires, now available with financing options. Big O Tires, the team you trust.
The moon is 58.9% of full, and it will rise today at 1:04 p.m., today being Wednesday. It's the 20th day of December in the year of our Lord Jesus Christ, 2023. And it's National Sangria Day. The Spanish have spiked the punch, and we're definitely here for it. Whether you prefer it red or white, a nice chilled sangria is no doubt refreshing and instantly transports you to the sandy beaches of Spain in the summer. It's Go Caroling Day. It's about nothing else but merrily singing songs from door to door in the spirit of the holiday season. And David Sedaris commented on that. He said, I think caroling is awful because you're trapped. You open the door and then you have to stand there.
Yes, it's horrible.
You have to stand there. It's awful. And he said, we always turned out the lights and pretended we weren't home. It's Mud Day. The purpose is to commemorate Dr. Samuel Mudd.
My name is Mudd.
Yep. John Wilkes Booth shot President Abraham Lincoln to death. However, he was hurt while fleeing the scene. He drove to Mudd's house and had surgery on his broken leg. By the way, Mudd hated Lincoln, hated him, and was very happy to help John Wilkes Booth. And so there you go. And this is the world's most delirious morning show.
Yes.
And the most giving morning show. It's Radio from Hell, starring the Lords of Morning Radio. Kerry Jackson.
Yes.
I'm Bill Allred. That's Gina Barberi. Katie for short is our producer. We have Dawson helping. We have Macy helping. We have that guy helping, and a couple of other guys that are around, and a bunch of people helping us.
Because we're on location at the Road Home Midvale Family Shelter, which you're welcome to come down here and see us.
Or you can call in your donation. The number is 801-819-7300, and right now your dollars are being matched equally by is it still same day heating and air?
Yeah, that's just for the 6 a.m. hour, so that's doubling your donation right now, and you can donation is doubled whether you call in or whether you go to x96.com, click on the Road Home banner at the top, big red donate button. Once you get there, it's very, very easy.
Nick, did anybody call to check in?
No, I'm not seeing anybody on the line right now.
We do have some text check-ins, I noticed.
Yeah,
can I add something real quick, though?
Sure.
Yeah, but I can't hear you very well, Nick. You have to turn yourself
how about
up
this?
or something.
I know that if you head to our website and click on the Mediathon banner page that we have up there, there's a wide variety of ways to donate. But what you guys haven't mentioned is you can donate via Venmo as well to the Road Home.
Oh, is it on our website that it says that?
I just took the $30 of poker winnings that's been sitting in my Venmo for the last month or two and sent it to the Road Home. So there's a lot of easy ways to do that.
So they will happily take your ill-gotten gains.
Yeah.
Your evil gambling money. All right, that's good to know. Thank you, Nick.
Let's see, we've got Chef Roy checking in. Happy holidays to you all. P.S. I love sangria any day.
Oh, Gourmandise has a bûche de Noël. If you want to buy one, a bûche de Noël at Gourmandise.
Sticks from Maryland checking in. Good morning, everyone. Stay warm today. It's actually not too cold today. It's actually much better today than it has been. April and American Fork checking in. Have a great show on location. Let's win. Go fight, win, team.
Yes, that's us.
Merry Christmas from Ron the Carpenter and wife. Keep on keeping on. Jay's mom checking in. Jay's mom's always listening. Thank you.
Oh, that Tyler fella in the chat room says his wife makes a bûche de Noël every year. They're kind of hard to make. I mean, and you got to be artistic because
let Gourmandise do it.
Yeah, look up a picture of it later on, Gina. You'll see what I mean.
Johnny B checking in, listening as I make egg burritos for girlfriend and I before doing a clinic shift for back injections and liver biopsy today. Fun. Carrie Cardboard Chris.
Yes.
Checking in. It says, don't forget, they updated Snow White. Carrie's going to Disneyland, by the way.
They updated the ride?
Yeah, and Jungle Cruise during COVID. Snow White is fantastic, and the Jungle Cruise has 496% more apes.
Well,
I'm guessing that they, and it's probably a long time ago, they got rid of the natives
Yes.
being treed by the rhinoceros.
I think so.
I am curious now.
Yeah.
I wasn't going to go on the Jungle Cruise. I was just going to stick to Marvel Academy and Star Wars
I
stuff.
think you need to check it out.
You know what old-timey ride I really love at Disneyland? I hate to admit it, is the Storybook Land?
Oh,
where
yeah.
where you go through Monstro, the whale's mouth.
and then he poops you out.
and then a little. Thanks, Gina. Thanks.
Well,
that was very nice
That's
of you.
you go into the mouth and you come out the other side.
And this very nice woman dressed like Alice from Alice in Wonderland will say, "Over here is where Mr. Toad lives," and they all do it in that fakey kind of
And
way.
they're little tiny villages.
Yeah, it's really cool. I love it.
Little tiny models.
Yeah.
You know, it's going to be raining all day that I'm there.
Oh, really?
So
It's
maybe
probably not the boat ride.
maybe the town will be flooded.
Just one day you're there.
Yeah.
Oh, that seems difficult.
I need to find one of those disposable plastic ponchos.
I was just at Ace Hardware yesterday. They have them.
They have them at Ace?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Plenty of them.
I'll stop at the bakery, get some cookies, and then stop by the Ace, which is right next door.
All right. So it's call in and make your donation. 801-819-7300. 7300. 801-819-7300. Call and make your donation now. And if you want to come by the road home and bring us needed items, you certainly can do that. We're at the Midvale Shelter, and the address is something. I have it right here somewhere. It gets so everything is so everywhere. I'm not used to having it.
It's okay. The Midvale Shelter's address is 529 9th Avenue in Midvale. And you're saying, where is that? Because Midvale is weird. All of their streets are different.
It's really pretty easy to find. You take if you're coming from the north, you take the 7200 south exit.
Even if you're coming from the south, you take
I
the
guess you do.
7200 exit.
And you go west to 7th West, 700 West. You turn left there, and then you make an almost immediate left turn on what's called 9th Avenue.
Follow it around. There'll be, if you have donations, like physical donations, and they are looking for those, of course. Here are their top 10 needed items right now. Number one needed, towels.
Towels?
Towels.
Towels?
Sorry, towels.
Towels?
Yeah, from here, it's
or,
towels.
New or lightly used. Men's underwear. I don't know why they have to say new.
Lightly used?
No.
No.
It says right on here, new only. I mean, obviously, please, new underwear.
I've got some underwear that I've only worn
Nope.
just a little bit.
They want them in the package.
All right.
Men's pants. Jeans, sweats, larger size is preferable.
They don't have to be new.
Shampoo and conditioner, full size, not travel size.
Yeah.
Full size shampoo and conditioner. Deodorant, toothpaste and toothbrushes, razors, wet wipes and baby wipes, laundry detergent. They say pods or liquid preferred, and baby bottles and sippy cups.
I have a bunch of towels out in my car.
Towels.
Part of our donation. No, I don't say towels. And some dishwashing soap.
Oh, good.
I know you don't say it. I just want to translate to make sure that everybody
Oh, so
knows what we're talking about.
So the folks like in Linden.
Yeah. So that when we say towels, we mean
What is
towels.
a towel?
Yeah.
So call and make a donation, 801-819-7300. And or come and see us here at the shelter. Bring some stuff, and we'll say hi. And there are lots of good premiums that you'll be entered in a drawing for.
Concert tickets,
yeah,
sporting
just
events.
tons of great stuff. So, let's see. What do we got coming up? News here coming up.
Yes,
Yeah.
News and Frank Christ presents They're Fine, They're Just Fine.
All right.
All on the way.
And let's see, I'm just checking traffic quickly. Everything's looking great. I got to go all the way to Morgan to find an accident.
Morgan.
I don't want to find an accident.
Up to Weber Canyon.
Yeah. But if you see something, our text is open while we're on location, 33986. Utah First Credit Union, they work with you, not just your credit score, because your experience matters.
All right. 6:29. We'll be back after some messages and a song with Big Boy News and Opinioendo. And Frank Christ presents They're Fine, They're Just Fine, the Dead Celebrity Game. We will explain how to play and what you'll win in that game. Yes, Frank Christ will be here. So stand by for that. X96.
Oh,
Bad Religion.
yes. Let's see, we got Frank Christ coming up. Mm-hmm. And
I'll be after the news.
Yeah. How is he going to be, do you think, at this charity event?
He's everywhere.
Yeah, all right.
He is everywhere.
All right.
He's charitable. He's
I have it on
Oh,
good...
he gives and gives.
He takes and takes. I have it on a good authority. He just sent me the list. Magically, it's actors who have been in movies about assassinations, because it's Mud Day, you know.
Ah.
Yeah, and so yeah.
okay.
It's actors who've been in. That's an interesting topic, isn't it?
Oh, okay. Let's see. We are at 529 West 9th Avenue. It is the Midvale Family Shelter. We're going to be here today and tomorrow. People are asking, so people are asking, and I am telling.
You are telling.
Some radio stations are only going to be here tomorrow. We're here because we care more for 2 days.
Yes, 2 days for the duration, from 6 o'clock in the morning to when do we stop?
6, I think, or
6
7.
6 to 7. So that because we care harder than the rest of these radio stations.
Because I know Marcy's going to be here at 10, and Todd will be here at 3.
Yeah. So call and make your donation right now, 801-819-7300. Make sure you tell them you're donating on behalf of X96 so we can stomp these ne'er-do-well stations into the dirt.
This damn F and 100. That just frustrates me because usually, I mean, they're usually the closest to us.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't like starting out with them, neck and neck with
breathing
us.
down our neck.
Yeah.
So go right now to x96.com. There's a banner at the top that says Road Home Mediathon. Click on that big red button. Donate. Bam, you're done.
Or 801-819-7300.
Lots of ways to donate.
Lots of ways. So let's. Frank Christ presents They're Fine, They're Just Fine coming up after this Big Boy News and Opinioendo. We'll present to you 4 celebrity names. 3 of them are fine. 1 is dead. Pick the dead one correctly, and you will win
Tickets to Level and Living Planet Aquarium.
aquarium tickets. Go and visit it during the holiday. Say hi to the otters for me. 877-602-9696. Line up to play Frank Christ Presents They're Fine, They're Just Fine. Right after this, Big Boy News and Opinioendo, brought to you by.
Don't fight the IRS alone. Let the experienced, savvy team of McClure and Stewart do it for you. They're experienced. They care about their clients. They get results. Do yourself a favor. Get a free consultation. Find them online at McClureandStewart.com.
Mm-hmm.
Well, FX is the TV station. And for some reason, I love the TV channel, I should say. FX, I love their logo. That when it goes fearless, and it's all
FX.
Fearless. I just love that logo.
Well, and before you get to your story about FX, let me just say this, because it was the series finale of Archer, finally.
Mm-hmm.
An hour and a half movie. It was quite good.
Good.
I was well pleased.
Good,
It was a good little action film.
Well, FX is preparing to say goodbye to Staten Island's favorite coven of vampires. The cable outlet will bring its comedy What We Do in the Shadows to a close with its forthcoming 6th season. The series is entering the back half of a 2-season renewal that will take the show to its conclusion. A spin-off of Taika Waititi and Jermaine Clement's 2014 movie of the same name, which I had read about, and I didn't see it till I was on a plane coming back from Europe or something, and I watched What We Do in the Shadows and just about died. It was so good.
Mm-hmm.
And the TV show, I didn't like the TV show much at first, but then I went back and looked at it.
The first season was iffy.
Yeah.
And then they figured it out, and it kicked in about second and third.
If you haven't watched it, please check it out. It follows a group of vampires played by Kevin Novak, Matt Berry, Natasha Demetriou, and Mark Prosh. And they are just hilarious people.
And they're saying goodbye because they can't afford Matt Berry.
Is that what it is?
I don't know.
I think they've just decided we've about.
It's run its course.
Yeah, we've about done.
Yeah.
And this is interesting. The Denver Zoo got Maury Povich to reveal paternity tests for some orangutans. Now,
this is not true. Is this real?
Yeah.
That's funny.
What's interesting about this story to me is Maury Povich is still around.
I know, right?
Did they throw folding chairs and did they get into a fight?
The zoo welcomed Siska in August. At the time, the zoo officials didn't know whether Java or Barani was the father. They said it would take some time to get the results of DNA tests. Well, the results are in, and who better to deliver the news than former talk show host Maury Povich?
I love that.
I applaud this.
When it comes to the orangutan, 4-month-old Siska Barani, you are the father, Maury said in a recorded message posted by the zoo in Denver. Let's see. The Granite School District needs help. Tens of thousands of holiday food kits with granola bars intended for kids in the Granite School District need to be repackaged.
They had the salmonella outbreak.
Granite District officials said that the granola bar has been recalled for potential salmonella contamination, and they need to be removed from the kits. And there are tens of thousands of these holiday food kits. It's Quaker Oats granola bars that are causing the problem. Granite Education Foundation Program Manager Rami Prince says they need help from the public. It's the last week of school. The students go home on Thursday. The packages need to be given to the kids before they leave on Thursday. Yeah. Prince said they'll welcome anybody who will volunteer their time. Go to the Granite School District to find out more. Speaking of contaminated foods, the Utah Department of Health and Human Services has confirmed that as of Tuesday, there have been no cases of lead poisoning in Utah related to that applesauce in a pouch.
The squeezy packs?
Yeah.
Squeezy packs.
They're pouches, Gina. Pouches. And I say, if you feed your kid from a pouch, it's only kangaroos should do that.
If you had a baby now, you'd be glad to have them.
The Centers for Disease Control said it's received 205 reports of kids getting sick in connection with the Wanabana, the Weiss, and the Schnucks. And don't feed anybody anything from a company called Schnucks either.
With a name like Schnucks.
Yeah. But, Now, Donald Trump, the top court in Colorado, ruled on Tuesday that former Donald J. Trump, former president, is disqualified from holding office again because he engaged in insurrection with his actions leading up to the January 6th storming of the Capitol. This is an explosive ruling that is likely to put the basic contours of the 2024 election in the hands of the U.S. Supreme Court, who will vote 9-0 that he did not violate the law and cast to be on the ballot.
There's a situation there because one of the Supreme Court members weighed in on a decision earlier regarding the qualifications for someone to be on a ballot, and they're using his argument to say that Trump can't be on. I can't remember which justice it was.
I'll look into it.
I want to say it's Gorsuch.
It doesn't say anything about it in this story. Yeah. So that's fascinating.
But here's the thing, is that there are still 14 more of these lawsuits in 14 more states. They've already had 3. And 3 have said, I don't know.
But now that one has gone all the way,
the other 14 might use this as, okay.
We can do that?
Yeah,
okay, let's do that.
The ruling on this apparently was very meticulous, the way it was written.
Former White House lawyer Ty Cobb on Tuesday predicted that the U.S. Supreme Court would rule 9-0 in favor of former President Trump in a potential appeal of the Colorado Supreme Court's ruling. I think this case will be handled quickly. I think it will be 9-0 in the Supreme Court for Trump, Cobb said. So that's his opinion. He's that guy with a handlebar mustache and long white hair. Let's see what. Gina, you remember the murder story?
Which one?
The former Sacramento Kings G League player.
Yes.
And his girlfriend.
Yes.
His name is Chance Comanche.
Which is a good name.
Sure it is.
And he and his ex-girlfriend, Sakari Harnden, were taken into custody, and he has now said, "Yeah, we killed her."
Oh, well,
all right,
there
case
you
closed.
go.
Apparently they did it. He said, "I did it because my girlfriend had some kind of beef with her," and so
well,
I said,
then what other recourse do you have?
Yeah.
The woman who was murdered. It's a bizarre story. What is her name? Her last name is Rogers. She was a medical assistant from Washington State who came to Las Vegas on December 1st. Her boyfriend told detectives that he and her, the two of them, drove down to the city and stayed in an Airbnb with the intent in engaging in prostitution.
Okay.
Which is something her friends also confirmed to police. So we drove down to Vegas and she was going to be a prostitute. Detectives learned that Comanche and his girlfriend Harnden began planning a way to kill Rogers in messages exchanged on Telegram. Comanche arrived at the M Resorts outside of Las Vegas with his team ahead of their scheduled game against G League Ignite in Henderson, which is located 13 miles away from the hotel. And Rogers told detectives that she and Herndon got into an argument, and then we killed her.
Well, I guess that makes the investigation go easier.
That sort of seals the deal, doesn't it? And then one final item here. Over 300,000 air fryers have been recalled due to possible burn hazards caused by parts that can break. The U.S. Consumer Product Safety Commission issued the recall for the Empower brand's PowerX DUAF 10 and the DUAF 005 Vortex dual basket air fryers. The egg-shaped air fryers have two baskets that can be used separately or optionally combined in one large single basket. The recalled air fryers were sold in black or cinnamon colors. The connector used to connect the two food baskets inside the fryer can break. There have been 41 reports of the air fryer breaking during use, including 3 reports of burns. So if you have any of those, they were sold at Target, Walmart, Kohl's, and other nationwide stores. All right, so that's it. Sports weather traffic.
Famous supermodel Emily Ratajkowski has lost VIP privileges at Madison Square Garden for being a fair weather fan. Now,
is that legal?
Madison Square Garden will comp tickets to famous people on courtside because it looks good.
Oh, I see.
It looks good on TV.
Okay.
Oh, look at all the famous people that came to this sporting event. Well, last time Emily went, and she went with Ariana Shayak, who's Bradley Cooper's ex, and I think she's dating Tom Brady now. This is sports, by the way. They came to a New York Rangers game at Madison Square Garden and didn't stay very long and left. So the next time Emily Ratajkowski said, "Hey, I'd like some tickets," at Madison Square Garden said, "No, their official." Her official response was, Miss Ratajkowski is welcome to purchase tickets anytime she likes.
That's kind of petty, isn't it?
No,
Shade.
you get a free ticket because they want you to sit there and watch the game.
Well, she's coming to the game.
It doesn't
Give me a
look
free
good
ticket.
to have empty seats. She left.
What?
She left. She didn't stay very long.
Yeah,
We'll give our tickets to people that are sports fans and want to be there. Let's see, sports fans, Jazz fans. They play. They're on the road today. They play Cleveland at 5:00, and let's see. Utah men's basketball is home game tonight against the Bellarmine Knights, whoever they are. I don't know who they are. And the UVU Wolverines playing Liberty Flames. That's a home game tonight as well. Weather. A little warmer than yesterday, a little better air quality. We did end up having a storm come through and break up things just a little bit yesterday. Some folks saw some rain. It's going to be warmer today, 52 for a high, and still a 20% chance of a little bit more rain. Now that haze is going to build back in Thursday, Friday, and then we have a better chance of a storm coming through on Saturday. But today things are a little bit better. Traffic we have. Let's see. Salt Lake PD is reporting a driver hit a utility pole southbound 3rd West in front of West High School. 2 right lanes are blocked for the investigation at 3rd North, leaving 1 left lane open for travel. You can text us traffic if you're seeing something out there. 33986 is where you do that. Visit your Utah Toyota dealer today. Toyota, let's go places.
Is Frank? I don't.
Oh,
Hi, Frank.
hello, everyone.
It's Frank Chris, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh,
He's a Grim Reaper. What a wonderful.
Thanks for joining us on location.
oh, it's
Frank.
not a problem. I'm everywhere.
You are a magical being, and your electric scooter can appear just out of thin air.
I am everywhere.
Do we have a contestant to play the game?
We do.
Who is that?
Eric is on the phone.
Eric. Eric, how are you?
Hi. Good. How about you?
I'm fine. I'm just fine.
I'm fine too. Are you fine?
I'm fine. I'm just fine. Well,
Eric,
I don't know if I can answer that question.
Eric, are you sure you're just good?
No, I'm fine. Just fine.
That's what I
Thank
thought.
you, Eric.
There you go, Eric. That's what we want to hear. Eric, we have a fine prize for you if you can identify the dead celebrity on this list that Frank has given me. Yeah, this is so hard for Frank because
I love our precious celebrities.
but he joins us to play Frank Chris Presents. They're fine. They're just fine. And what is the prize?
Tickets to Loveland Living Planet Aquarium. These would make a great stocking
I
stuffer.
love to watch the polyfish. They're so comical.
You don't sound happy.
It doesn't really cheer you up, though, does it? All right. Eric, are you ready to go?
I'm ready.
Okay. You have to tell me which one of these celebrities is dead. Number one. Oh, these are all actors who've been in films concerning assassins and assassination. Number one, Taylor Negron, an American actor, comedian, writer, and artist. Negron's motion picture appearances included Angels in the Outfield, The Aristocrats, Better Off Dead, Call Me Claus, Easy Money, Fast Times at Ridgemont High, River's Edge, Nothing But Trouble, and Punchline, and Stuart Little. His assassination movie, The Last Boy Scout. It's Taylor Negron, number one. Number two, Neil McDonough. McDonough made many movies, including Band of Brothers, Boomtown. He was in Star Trek First Contact, Minority Report, and The Hitcher. McDonough played Dave Williams on the 5th season of Desperate Housewives. He also starred in the lead role on the medical drama Medical Investigation for one season. His assassin movie, Proud Mary. Number two, Neil McDonough. Number three, Titus Welliver. He was in Lost and Deadwood and Jimmy O'Fallon in Sons of Anarchy, the title role in television series Bosch and Bosch Legacy, also known for his collaborations with Ben Affleck, starring in his films Gone Baby Gone, The Town, Argo, and Live by Night. His assassin movie, The Day Lincoln Was Shot. Number three, Titus Welliver. And finally, number four, Geraldine Chaplin, daughter of Charlie Chaplin, the first of 8 children with his fourth wife, Una O'Neill. Chaplin starred alongside Charlton Heston in the American historical film The Hawaiians. Chaplin then appeared in The Three Musketeers, Nefertiti, and she played an ancient Egyptian queen, The Four Musketeers. She went on to star in Altman film Buffalo Bill, and her assassin movie is Nashville. Number four, Geraldine Chaplin. Which one of those people is dead, Eric?
4.
I can't hear
You
what
said 4.
No,
Four? No.
no, she's
No.
fine.
You would think when you said Charlie Chaplin's daughter, that sounds
Like she's up there.
She's 79. She's the daughter not only of Charlie Chaplin, but Una O'Neill was Eugene O'Neill, the famous playwright's daughter.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
But no, she's fine.
She's fine. I'll give you another chance, though, Eric, because we really want you to win. Listen carefully. Was it Taylor Negron, Neil McDonough, Titus Welliver?
All right, the first one, Taylor Negron.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
yes, correct.
It was Taylor Negron.
Just recently took him.
2008.
Yeah.
He was funny. I liked him.
Liver cancer.
Yeah.
He had he was quite young. He was 57 is all. Frank, it was horrible to take him, wasn't it?
He was very entertaining.
All right, Eric, hang on the line and we'll tell you how you can get your prize, your aquarium tickets. Hang on.
Well,
What are you doing now, Frank?
has anyone seen Peter Criss?
Oh,
Why don't you go check on him?
oh.
70
He's bitter. I don't think
78
I
today.
don't think he'll go quietly.
I don't usually make predictions, but soon.
Yeah.
All right.
Very soon. Dick Wolf is 77.
He's of the TV.
Yeah, producer.
He makes TV.
I see his name on the
He
TV.
products them.
Oh, and Gina, you're lead singer of the Black Crows.
Oh, no. Chris is fine.
He's 57
oh,
today.
he's fine.
Hard living, though. Go check on him.
Yeah, he's got some miles on him.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
going
right.
to go check on Peter Criss, too. Goodbye, everybody. Goodbye.
Bye, Frank. Bye. There he goes. His electric scooter.
We need your things that must go. We're on location here, so we have forgotten to ask for your things that must go, but we're going to do things that must go. Email them to us right now, radiofromhell@x96.com. It can just be one quick thing that's bugging you right this minute. Surely there are holiday season things.
Put must go in the subject
That are-
line so Katie can tell you, get it
Yeah,
to us.
but send them in right now because we're going to do them right after this.
Right. I just got handed this. John Jenna just donated $100 on behalf of X96 to the road home.
Thank
Says,
you.
thanks for letting me listen. He called the phone number 801-819-7300 and donated, and thanks for doing that.
We also got a text here. I just donated a total of $170 in 2 donations. because I messed up on entering the drawing, so I gave more.
Yeah, there is a drawing with too many prizes for us to name. There's sporting events. There's tons of concert tickets.
Really good shows,
hotel rooms, getaways.
Las Vegas trips.
It doesn't matter how much you donate; they will put your name in a drawing,
Yeah.
even if it's $5 or $500.
So go to x96.com, click on the Road Home link, or you can call. There are operators standing by. 801-819-7300.
Use the phone number if you want us to give you a shout out. A lot of times people that like to do that as part of their donation.
Yeah.
Sometimes there are challenges, like people call out, I challenge all, bus drivers to stuff like that. That's what the phone number is good for. If you just want an expedient way to donate, online at x96.com is the quickest way to do that.
I just got this note from Frank Chris.
What does it say?
It says, I'm donating $50 and I'm challenging all other reapers. all other reapers to match that donation.
Wow, there are a lot of reapers.
$50. That's great, Frank.
Yeah, I just hope they use real money. I don't know if...
Yeah, are they the coins they put on the eyes? Is it that, the money?
I don't know.
Well, when you pay the ferryman, to cross the river.
Yeah.
All right, there you go. KXRK Provo. We'll have more from the Road Home. Our location, if you wanted to swing by and drop off some physical donations, you can. And we're in the big tent here, 529 West 9th Avenue.
It's the Midvale Road Home Shelter.
If you just Google or a Google Map or Apple Map the Midvale Road Home Shelter or Road Home
get you
Midvale,
right here.
they'll get you.
Quickly, a little bit of traffic. Salt Lake PD is reporting a driver hit a utility pole southbound 3rd West in front of West High School. 2 right lanes are blocked for the investigation and 3rd North, leaving 1 left lane open for travel. If you're seeing something, you can text us 33986. We're doing our Lights Camera brunch again.
Yeah.
At Squatters, Sunday, January 21st, 10 a.m. to 1. I thought it was 11 a.m. 11 to 1.
It's 11 to 1.
Yeah.
Come enjoy brunch, drinks, and special podcast Radio from Hell live show with interviews and prizes. Tickets are $30. They include brunch and seating. Get your tickets at x96.com.
All right, we'll take a break. We'll be back more from the Road Home, raising money for the shelters this year again after these. Stand by. X96.
Even though Radio from Hell
I want to thank Angie in Kearns for making a donation.
Kearns?
Kearns, Kearns.
Kearns?
Just made a donation.
Named after Thomas Kearns, a former governor of the state of Utah.
Kearns?
Kearns. Yeah.
All right. Broadcasting live from the family shelter, Midvale, the road home. Our annual Mediathon, although I only see 3 other media outlets here.
Well, there are
four,
tables.
4 if you count the news, the TV news.
There are tables for them, and we asked, where is everybody? And we were told, oh, they're only coming one day tomorrow. We are here 2 days because we care more, and we know our listeners, our friends of the program, care more.
Mm-hmm. So call, donate, 801-819-7300. Easiest thing to do is just go to x96.com and click on the Road Home button there, and you'll see a big red donate button. It'll walk you through what you need to do to donate.
Who's the match this hour?
Look. The match this hour
Who's our benefactor?
Metropolitan Shuttle. But they're so your dollar is doubled when you donate now. So
your 10 becomes 20.
Exactly.
So and so far we're still. I'm not comfortable with our lead though. No. I mean we're a couple of hundred ahead of FM 100.
So, home of continuous soft hits?
Yes.
Yeah. Home of continuous soft hits.
They aren't even here. They aren't even here.
No.
Empty table right over there. Yeah. Anyway, so join us if you'd like. We're down here at 529 West 9th Avenue if you have physical donations. I've got a car full of stuff I got to.
Yeah. We've had a couple of people stopping in, and you can also enter the. When you stop by, you'll be entered in the drawing for all those premiums as well.
Oh, yeah, the donate. So if you call in for donations, you're automatically entered in to win a drawing for concert tickets or sporting event tickets. But also, if you come in here, you can enter in person. So 2 different ways to do that.
All right. Things that must go now, brought to you by...
The Stateroom presents Creating Live Music Memories. Don't miss the New Year's Eve party at the Commonwealth Room featuring Pixie and the Party Grass Boys with Laney Lou and the Bird Dogs. Get tickets and showtimes at thestateroompresents.com.
Things that must go
on the radio from her show.
Why can't I hear the...
I don't know.
I just sang it for you.
Can hear it. I've got you cranked up. I don't know why you can't.
It's weird.
I just sang it for you.
Yeah, I heard that.
I'll augment sound.
So at any rate, it's things that must go. These are things that are bugging you. And one of the things that must go is me not being able to hear what's going on from the station. But you send them to us, radiofromhell at x96.com. Put must go in the subject line. If we read it, it might make you feel better. And hopefully they'll disappear from your life. I'll go first today. First, I got a couple of mine. Login crap. I get so tired of... click this box. Do you want to stay signed in? You bet I do. Yeah. And then I have to log in again the next time.
Everything should be a fingerprint. I like that.
Jeez, I can't stand that. And then, another thing that must go is signs that are supposed to twirl, advertising signs that are supposed to twirl, and they don't have them twirling anymore. The Zions Bank sign on 7th East there and 4th South used to twirl around. They don't have it twirling
Bill
anymore.
Wants a twirl.
They give up. The big ice cream cones at the Jimmy John's that used to be the Snellgroves. Those used to twirl. They don't twirl anymore.
Think all the money we're saving.
I just can't stand that. And then this one is another one of my own. I was watching a video yesterday. It was an instructional video on how to do something. And it was very well presented. Mm-hmm. It was about how to use a certain type of planner that I have and how to write certain things down and how to use the sections of the planner. And she was very good, except she kept saying, now, maybe you want to track your Bible verses here. You'll have track Bible verses. Or maybe you'll do your daily devotionals on this page. Or maybe, she gave other examples, but she kept weaving in all of this Bible stuff, and I just
want to know if you're going to do your daily devotional, Bill. I want to.
If I ever do an instructional video, I'm not going to weave in liberal screed. I'm just going to tell you how to do it. This one says, this is from Dr. Mike. People that whistle in public.
Well, they're happy.
I was at a restaurant. And a man at the next table whistled continuously through dinner. It was very annoying. Well, how did he eat then? I don't know. And Liza Brarian, people with no parking lot etiquette, stopping in places that aren't places to stop, speeding through when people are walking, and generally being jerks. I was at Costco the other day, and there was a fight, a physical fight.
Really?
That parking lot is awful at Costco, but there was people yelling at each other. It was just
Merry Christmas.
Yeah, Merry Christmas. Let's see, this is Good Morning Lords. After 37 years, it's brought to my attention that I've been pronouncing a common word incorrectly. Warm. See, I pronounce it like farm.
Warm.
Or arm. Warm.
Kind of warm in here.
But I'm told I should stop pronouncing it. I should be pronouncing it like swarm.
Yes.
With more of the O sound.
Yes.
I can't hear the difference. So, Gina.
Yes.
Every time you throw warm in when doing the weather, you're doing it right.
I'm glad to hear that.
My inability to decipher the difference and overthinking the pronunciation every time now must go. Thank you, Greg the artist.
So that means Gina has to stop saying the warm before the storm.
It's the warm before the storm.
And finally, this one, people who come into the pharmacy to pick up antiviral meds for COVID, not wearing a mask, telling me how horrible they feel.
Oh, geez.
Thanks for exposing us. My coworker was positive 2 days later.
Oh.
Gina?
Let's see. Something that must go is one person sitting at the biggest booth or the biggest table at a restaurant. My husband and I met our son and daughter-in-law and grandkids once a week for dinner. Occasionally, the six of us have to squeeze into a four-person booth, while a six-person booth is occupied by just one or two people. During one visit, we watched a guy finish his food, get up, throw away his trash, and sit back down in the big booth to play on his phone. No one else showed up to sit with him during the time we were here. It's from Patient Grandma. You don't sound very patient, Grandma.
Well, now, see, I was going to say, isn't that the hostess's job? But when she said threw away stuff, I went, there's no hostess.
You're
there.
Selecting that booth. Yeah. Let's see. You can use my name. Amazon packages not being packaged. Lots of surprises being spoiled this season. Oh, I see what it's saying.
Okay.
Also, why aren't most things in more than one shipping box? How am I supposed to wrap this? Lame movies having cool graphics on streaming services that trick me into watching them, and then I find out if your movie's lame, the graphics should be too, so you know to avoid it. Let's see. This is hello, milady and lords on high. This is very personal must go. You can use my name. It's Jamie. Utah being a right-to-work state must go. That term is laughable.
Yes.
As a fairly recent single mother of four, two with special needs, a domestic violence survivor, I was thrilled to finally get a job that worked with my children's schedules. I worked hard, and then I got COVID. And then I got fired for having COVID right before Christmas.
I think you might have a case there.
Yeah. Look, you should look into that. But something that must stay is the people that work at Workforce Services. They're compassionate and have sympathy, and they've helped me out.
That's nice.
So hope things go better for you, Jamie. Carrie?
All right. I got a couple from my wife, actually.
At the foot of Mount Doom?
At the foot of Mount Doom. First of all, why have we stopped improving some items that clearly need improvement? Because you can't use it without a modification. I'm talking about the tortilla press and the sushi mat roller.
This is very specific.
You have to use saran wrap on them so the food doesn't stick.
Okay.
Why haven't we figured this out and improved it on both of these items?
Very specific.
All right. Also, my apparent inability to book a vaccine at the CVS that I meant to.
Oh.
Even when I think I very carefully picked the CVS inside the Target, because I need to pick up a few things that I wanted to avoid the horror that is the intersection of 21st South 13th East.
Yes.
I still managed to select the standalone CVS and not the one inside the Target.
Oh.
This is the second time that I've done this. This is true. Because I was at the wrong place. I couldn't even get the things at Target that I needed because they were perishable. I couldn't get to the right location. That app screws us up every time.
Yeah.
Okay, a couple more things here. Let's see. We got, does not say I can use the name. Can you arrange for two minor geographical occurrences?
Okay.
One, sell or just give Texas back to Mexico.
You can have it.
Or two, arrange for a break in the tectonic plates such that Florida simply will float away into the ocean. We'll get Bugs Bunny on this right away. And this one from Timbo. Chocolate chip cookies of other desserts that don't have enough chocolate chips. I think it means or other desserts that don't have enough chocolate chips. The cookie or dessert, they're just a delivery service for the ooey gooey chocolate chips and chocolate chunks. So more chips and chunks. Also,
Oh, you have another one there.
I have a couple more.
Like more chips and chunks.
Yeah.
Make my coworker who gets mad when someone says Happy Holidays instead of Merry Christmas go. Yes, she is this petty. Yes, she did send a company-wide email saying only to say Merry Christmas in her presence, as Happy Holidays is an attack on Christianity.
No, it isn't.
It's not.
There are other religions.
Yeah, how about instead of Happy Holidays or Merry Christmas, we just say up yours.
What? There are more than
Than
Christianity?
There are 14 different holidays happening.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. Also, please don't use my name. Big projects scheduled during November, December, and January during the holidays at my work. I think this is coming from one of Trump's lawyers, is what I'm thinking. Anyway, there we go.
Just a couple follow-ups. Bill, the McDonald's on 5th South and Bountiful still twirls.
The sign?
Yeah,
Okay.
and my son and I calculated it spins around nearly 2 million times a year, so there's that.
Thank you.
And then Sean from West Jordan says, what must go as soon as you get a new windshield or fix a rock chip, another rock hits your windshield. Yes, that has happened
Always.
to me.
Never fails.
Those are things that must
There you
go.
go. Things that must go.
Things that must go on the radio.
We still are dealing with that car that hit a utility pole southbound 3rd West in front of West High School. 2 right lanes are blocked for the investigation, 3rd North leaving 1 left lane open for travel. That's the only thing that UDOT's reporting. You can report to us as well if you're part of our Infinity team. If you are, you all are. Everybody out there, 33986. Let us know what you're seeing out there on the roads. Looking for fun gift ideas for the holidays? Check out Haster Games for board games, Magic the Gathering, Pokemon, miniatures, dice, paints, and more. 6831 South State and online at hastergames.com.
All right, we've got boners coming up. Here are the candidates you'll be voting for today. Boner candidate number 1, Operation Naughty. Boner candidate number 2, he was arrested and charged with putting a bar in the way of a cop car. And boner candidate number 3, he killed a $1 in a million.
All right. We'll get to those coming up. After these messages and a song, we'll get to Boner of the Day and Big Boy News. All of that on the way. Squatters.
Oh, we're doing Lights, Camera, Brunch again. It's our Not Safe for Work podcast. Sunday, January 21st, 11 to 1. And this is limited space. And you need to buy a ticket. They're $30, and you can get them at x96.com. Now, what does your $30 get you?
This always sells out.
Yeah, always. $30 gets you brunch, eggs, sausage, French toast, hash browns, OJ, coffee, fresh fruit, all of that. It also gets you some commemorative pint glasses. Now, the bar starts serving at 10 a.m., this says. Woohoo! And if you can purchase items from the bar if you would like. Come early for best seating, so you get a ticket, but come early to get a good seat so you can see us and listen to the podcast. Katie's working on booking some guests for us, some actors and filmmakers and that kind of thing to be announced. But this will sell out, so go to x96.com. Oh, it is an all ages event too.
Oh,
yeah. Even though you can.
It's a restaurant.
Bring the kids.
Okay.
Bring the kids.
Great. Thank you. X96. All right, Erasure. 7:25 right now, broadcasting live from the road home. And should we start with the boners?
Sure.
All right. We'll include you in the
Yes.
news. Don't worry about it. Boner of the day. We'll give you 3 news stories. These are examples of bad, stupid, or funny human behavior. You'll decide with your vote of these 3 candidates which one is the worst, which one deserves to be boner of the day for today, the 20th of December, 2023. We'll give you 2 candidates now, a third after the news. Once you've heard all 3, you will vote. One of you lucky random boner voters will receive.
Can't buy it, gotta win it. Radio from Hell Boner t-shirt.
Boner candidate number 1, Operation Naughty. Sugarland, Texas high school principal arrested after he allegedly attempted to pay $90 to have sexual intercourse with an undercover detective taking part in something called Operation Naughty List.
That's right what it is.
Fox 26 in Houston reported that 43-year-old James Brian Schillingberg, the principal at Clements High School in the Fort Bend Independent School District, was arrested for solicitation of prostitution. Fort Bend District Attorney Wesley Wittig told the station official charges had yet to be filed. We will review it and make sure the evidence is sufficient, and if so, we'll take it before a grand jury and ask for the indictment, Wittig said. If not, we'll reject it, and then it'll be over. According to court records, he was picked up doing Operation Naughty List, the principal of the school, boner candidate number 1, Operation Naughty. Here's boner candidate number 2. Well, he was arrested and charged with putting a bar in the way of a cop car. This is about St. Louis, Missouri.
Yeah.
A St. Louis police cruiser smashed into the front window of an LGBTQ bar in a place called Carondelet.
On purpose?
Well, there were several police officers but the bar's owner was arrested, not the cops. There were several police officers that jumped the owner, said James Pence, who co-owns Bar PM with Chad Wick, who is currently in police custody.
Not Chadwick,
Chad Wick.
Got it.
Pence says the police officer who ran into the bar told him that he had swerved to avoid a dog in the middle of the road. Pence says he does have security camera footage of the crash. Mm-hmm. He's not making it public at this time, but he says, no dog in the road.
And I saw some footage from a Ring camera, and there was no dog.
No. Pence,
he just lost control and crashed into the
Pence lives above the bar. He says he was getting ready to head to bed as 2 other people closed up for the night. Suddenly, he felt the whole building shake. He came down, found the police cruiser in his building, and an officer demanding to see his identification. Pence says replied to the cop, "No, you don't need to see my ID. That's a police cruiser in my building. You don't need to see my ID. This is not how it works." Well, he the co-owner of the bar and Mr. Pence was arrested.
That makes no sense.
No. The people who were at the time of the incident said there was no medical services or ambulances were never called.
Apparently the cop was typing on his computer. They have
not
those
paying attention.
Not paying attention.
Yeah.
He just lost control.
Yeah. But he arrested the owner and charged him with putting a bar in the way of a cop car.
How dare you?
Boner candidate number 2. Coming up in a moment, boner candidate number 3. He killed a 1 in a million buck.
All right.
We'll get to the news, but I want to talk to Alicia first.
Sure.
Alicia Gleed is here from the road home. She's the communications specialist. Good morning, Ms. Gleed.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
It's nice to see you.
She always has a sparkly personality, but she's actually sparkly.
She's wearing sparkly pants.
I'm super excited about them. I'm not going to lie.
Alicia, this is now, it's the 7 o'clock hour, and there's a match on from Metropolitan Shuttle. What is that?
Yeah, Metropolitan Shuttle is a shuttle service that is working with us. So during this event, we have the tent in the parking lot, which means our guests who have vehicles aren't able to park here. So they are helping us shuttle guests from the shelter to our partner CHG's parking lot. And so they've been a wonderful friend to help us with this.
I think it's really nice that you call the people who are living here at the shelter your guests.
They are guests. Yeah. I think remembering that homelessness is a journey and it's a short time thing. Our goal is to help people move out of homelessness as quickly as possible. So while they're here, they're our guests. We're going to help them overcome whatever they may be struggling with and then help them move home.
Now, people are making donations. I don't know how we're doing here.
I mean, we're still in the first place, but only by a little bit. So we're looking for donations, whatever you can give. Don't feel like, oh, like our friend Allison came by earlier. She said, I have $18. That's
what she said was, I managed to scrape up $18.
Oh, so amazing. Yeah. I think that's the thing, too, is every little bit helps. You know, you think about it and you're like, oh, that $18 isn't much, but it is huge. And it's huge to the people that we're serving. And especially because we have so many incredible match sponsors donating dollar for dollar, that $18 turns into $36, and that provides one night of shelter for someone.
See how she did math in her head like that?
Yeah, I was pulling out my calculator.
I'm not going to lie, I was a little worried I was wrong.
No, you got it.
Now, let me ask you this. This is the family shelter.
Yes.
There's a men's shelter and a women's shelter, and this is a family shelter. That means kids.
Yes.
How many kids are in shelter?
So we had over 100 children staying in shelter last night. And so shelter's not the greatest place for kids. We know that. And so again, that just reinforces, I think, our drive and our team's drive to help people move into housing as quickly as possible.
Sure.
You know, we're also working with our teams on new initiatives to try to find better ways to provide shelter for families. And we're looking forward to some of those new programs going online next year.
And it's as it's been said, the best way to end homelessness is to give people homes to live in.
Yes.
Give them shelter, give them a place that they can call their own. The money is very important because you have staff of caseworkers, right?
Yes.
And I don't know how many you have, but they have to be paid.
Yep, I was going to say, I don't know how many we have, but there's a lot, you know, but the case managers work with each individual and family that comes in to figure out their individualized barriers that are causing them to be in shelter, right? Everybody's reason to be in shelter is different. And so navigating through some of those, you know, programs trying to get assistance can be really daunting. And so our case managers are there to help people through those processes to get them the assistance they need and overcome those challenges.
We're going to go do some news here, Alicia, and but a couple of quick things. Could you do some research for me and find out? We don't know how many years we've been doing this.
Okay,
yep. Can you find that out for me?
I can find that out for you.
I would really like, because we can't remember. I mean, it's
a long time.
It's been a long time, but I'd like to be able to say X number of years. And then the other thing I wanted to say is thanks for always having us here.
Yes.
I mean, it's our privilege to do it, really.
Thank you for being here. It means the world to us, so we really appreciate you. It's because of you and all of your incredible listeners that we're able to continue these programs and services, so thank you.
Thanks, Alicia.
Thank you very much.
Call right now, 801-819-7300, 801-819-7300. Make your donation. If you want us to give you a shout-out on the radio, we will. 801-819-7300.
Or you can go to x96.com and donate there as well.
All right, let's get to some news brought to you by.
Will your furnace and plumbing make it through the winter? Don't risk it. Larson HVAC and Plumbing is Ream Pro certified. Get a furnace tune-up, free water assessment, and 10% off your first service. And if you go to larsonhvac.com/x96, you can nominate somebody for a free furnace. They want to help people this winter too, and you can do it right there at larsonhvac.com. That's Larson with an E.
All right.
Now, I just got a text from Todd.
Yeah.
Our first road home was in 1998. That was the year that Simmons bought X96.
Can you do the math on that, Gina, please?
Yes, if you would.
Well, it'd be 20. It's 23. It's 25 years then.
Is it 25?
Yeah, it's 2003. And there's two. So
2023.
Yeah, it's 25 years.
Is it 25?
We've done this for 25 years.
25 years.
Holy crap! That's a quarter of a century. That's frightening.
Wow.
All right. Let's anyway. News here, Carrie, and I can't see you the way our setup, so just say stop when it's time.
Knock it off. Yeah. Tell them to knock it off.
You've got about 4 minutes.
All right, all right, knock it
4
off.
or 5 minutes.
Billy Idol has enjoyed commercial success and critical acclaim throughout his career, yet one accolade still escapes him. He has never been inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. It will be incredible, he said, talking to Spin magazine. I mean, it's a big thank you to fans in lots of ways. They really believed and hung in through thick and thin. I don't understand why he's been eligible since 2007, although I don't know what makes you eligible. But he says he should be in there, I think. Here's some good news. The Lake Powell Pipeline project has been moved to a long-term need. As Washington County's water officials say, we need to focus on other ways to supply water to the fast-growing southern part of the state. It's not dead. It's part of a very long-term strategy, said Zach Renstrom, the general manager of the Washington County Water Conservancy District. Renstrom confirmed the recent decision made by the district's board during an interview with Fox at a conference in Las Vegas of the Colorado River Water Users Association. For the next 20 years, we have to focus 100% on conservation and development of our local water supplies. Lake Powell Pipeline is still a project for the state of Utah, but it's out there a ways in the distant future, Renstrom said. Really, what the problem is you just need to limit growth. I'm sorry, you have to limit growth in that area. Utah's West Desert will soon be the primary and backup landing site.
Oh, this is cool.
For rocket ships.
I think this is really awesome.
For future Boeing Starliner missions. Dugway Proving Grounds announced this in a post on Twitter. The Boeing Starliner is a spacecraft designed to transport crew, equipment, and supplies to and from NASA's International Space Station and other low Earth orbit destinations.
Kerry, we're going to have a space station in Utah.
Sure we will.
Located about 80. Well, but they landed that satellite
probe or whatever,
out there, and they went, hey, this is kind of a good place to do this.
You got a lot of open space.
Yeah.
Located about 85 miles southwest of Salt Lake in Tooele County, the 800,000-acre Dugway Proving Ground was established during World War II with a mission of chemical and biological defense testing, which killed thousands of sheep one time. But anyway, they're going to land rockets there. I think that's great. From time to time, if the Utah County Sheriff's Office finds wandering livestock and can't locate the rightful owner, they put the livestock up for auction. That's the case now. We got a couple of Christmas cows up for auction.
Just what your kids are asking for under the tree.
The person who found them attempted to locate an owner and even contacted the brand inspectors, but they couldn't find a brand or the owner of the cows. The sheriff's office is calling it a Christmas cow auction and has named the cows Mary and Noel. And I don't know if that's what they'll call the hamburgers too, but hey, yeah.
Well, I got a cow for Christmas once. Trust me, it's not a great gift.
This is good news. 170 of Jeffrey Epstein's high-profile associates will be named in court documents to be unsealed in the first days of 2024.
And yes, we're fine if Bill Clinton is on the list.
Yes.
Before, let me just stop you there. Going, what if Bill? Yeah,
okay.
I want to know if Bill Clinton.
We want to know.
The pedophile's powerful friends are set to be exposed as part of a vast unsealing that a judge ordered on Monday. It'll take place in 14 days. Some 177 people will be identified across hundreds of files, which will shed new light on the late financier's sex trafficking operation and his network of influence. What's the attorney? I want to know I got massages with my clothes
Dershowitz.
on. Alan Dershowitz.
Yes.
I'm hoping his name pops up.
I got massages with my clothes. I never take my clothes off, he said.
Yeah.
He's a never nude.
Some of the does are identified in the ruling, but through links to interviews. But it's going to be fascinating to see. And it's 177 names.
And it's all people you know.
Yes. There are going to be some celebrities on there. There's going to be,
Yeah. All right, looking forward to it. All right, that's it.
Now, the question is how many senators and congressmen are going to try to get this blocked, this information.
That's an interesting thought.
Yeah.
Anyway, weather, traffic.
So it's warmer today than yesterday. We actually had a little bit of a storm system come through, brought a little rain to some folks and cleared out the air a little bit. Actually, we have pretty good air quality today, so that is the good news. 52 for a high today. That haze is going to build back in, though, over the next couple of days. Bigger storm expected Friday, Saturday. Could even have some snow on Sunday. It'll be a warmer storm on Friday, switching over to snow this weekend. So that will be just in time for Christmas. Traffic. Still dealing with that driver hit a utility pole southbound 3rd West in front of West High School. UDOT's still taking care of that. We have a crash, SR 36. This is just north of Stockton in Tooele County at milepost 50. Let me check our message stream, because Infiniteam, hey, that's you folks. You can let us know. Or you can text us questions like this. I'll address this. I can't see where to donate at x96.com. So if you at the top of the page, far right side, it says Mediathon. We probably should make this clearer on there, but
Why would we do that?
I don't know.
Yeah, we're not in the communications business.
Click on that rotating banner, and once that opens up, scroll down. There's a big red button on that page that says donate. So, or you can go to theroadhome.org. It's there as well.
That's pretty easy to do.
Visit your Utah Toyota dealer today. Toyota, let's go places.
All right, here's boner candidate number 3. He killed a 1 in a million buck. Charges are pending against a hunter after the Virginia Department of Wildlife Resources determined that a well-known neighborhood deer was killed illegally in Richmond. The shooting of the deer came to light earlier this month when a hunter posted on social media with claims that he killed the 29-point white-tailed buck in Prince Edward County. Others recognized the buck in the photos due to its large, unusual antlers and accused the initial hunter of lying about the animal's demise. The primary suspect sent photos of himself with the non-typical 29-point buck to a Facebook page, claiming to have killed the buck in Prince Edward County, Virginia, with a muzzle loader. Virginia Department of Wildlife Resources Law Enforcement Division Major Ryan Schuler wrote in an email, members of the hunting and wildlife viewing communities alerted DWR law enforcement that they recognized the buck as the one that frequented the Hollywood Cemetery in the Oregon Hill neighborhood of Richmond, expressing concern that the buck had been killed illegally. He was just living his life, growing his antlers, and this guy killed him.
Gotta kill it.
Boner candidate number 3. He killed a 1 in a million buck.
How do I not kill it?
I don't know how to not kill it.
Exactly.
It was the muzzle loader's fault.
Yep. Let's review the first two and vote.
Boner candidate number 1, Operation Naughty. That's a high school principal in Sugar Land, Texas, arrested in a sting. He attempted to pay $90 to have sex with a prostitute who turned out to be an undercover cop. Boner candidate number 2, he was arrested and charged with putting a bar in the way of a cop car. This cop in St. Louis smashes his cruiser into a gay bar, LGBTQ bar, because he was negligent, not paying attention. And what happened? He arrested the owner of the bar. And boner candidate number 3, he killed a 1 in a million buck.
All right, it's time to vote for your boner of the day. You can call the producer's booth at 877-602-9696. Most people text their votes in, and you can do that. 1, 2, or 3. Remember your candidate number, the one that you think should win. Put that single digit in the message of a text. Text that 233986. Or you can go online, x96.com, and vote for Boner of the Day there. You look for the box that says Boner of the Day, and click on that and vote. Refresh your browser if you don't see the correct date, the 20th of December, 2023, and click and vote. And then once you get done voting, go back to the home page, find that donate area for the road home, and donate. We're here today until tomorrow. All right? Boner of the Day after these, X96.
Reimagine this holiday season with more capability and more adventure in Kia's ever-ready lineup. This winter, gift yourself what you really want.
All right, 7:49. Let's award Boner of the Day.
And the Boner of the Day is brought to you in part by a chicken noodle casserole dish and salad.
And salad? He had some salad.
Some salad.
Baseco, the first name in foundation stabilization in Utah. Is that just a crack in the wall, or is it a sign of a major issue? Are your windows or doors sticking? Does any area of the floor slope? Level up with Baseco, Utah's highest quality foundation stabilization and repair. Schedule a free assessment today at baseco.net. That's BASECO.net.
Well, I thought that probably the killing of the sacred deer was going to win the Boner voting.
Well, that's animal cruelty.
But it did not. With just over 100 votes, 104 votes, the winner was Boner candidate number 2. He was arrested and then charged with putting a bar in the way of a cop car.
Yeah. That's your Boner of the Day for today, the 20th of December, 2023. Now qualified to be Boner of the Week. That'll happen tomorrow at 9:50 when Dave the Flower Guy will call in and just tell us who Boner of the Week is.
I have an email of interest here.
Email. Oh, okay. I should have.
Of
email.
Interest.
Interest.
There's no sounder. I should have warned Nick.
That's okay. I actually have two emails of interest.
Emails.
Email of interest.
Just quickly, remember last...
oh, there we go. Thank you.
Oh, there it is.
There you go, Nick.
A couple of weeks ago, we were talking about Cornish pasties.
Yes.
Ham pies. And I got this email. Love to talk about Cornish pasties today. I used to get them as a cheap lunch many days in Somerset, England, 2 shires away from Cornwall, which is where pasties are very famous, while serving my 2 years. You started out pronouncing them the way those Cornwall folks do, Bill. You said pasties, but then you kind of changed your pronunciation and started saying pasties. The former is how Brits would love it.
So pasties.
It's pasties.
Pasties.
Pasties are things that strippers put over their nipples.
That's what I always thought.
I love the show. Thanks for letting me listen, John.
Thank you.
And then this from J.D. Armstrong, our good friend.
In Hawaii.
Astronomer on the
on Maui.
On the island of Maui. Thanks for letting me listen, lords and ladies of the radio. Being all-knowing radio show hosts, you are probably aware that Santa and Mrs. Claus spend a lot of time on Maui.
Well, sure. Why wouldn't you? If you could fly anywhere in the world you wanted, wouldn't you go to Maui?
Hell yeah.
I've been listening to the show and thinking about the fires in Lahaina. After the fire was put out, we were left with a housing crisis. More than 7,000 people lost their homes.
Yes.
These people did nothing wrong. They just ended up homeless. Now they just want a home. Santa and Mrs. Claus have been receiving letters asking for homes and Lahaina back. I talked to Santa and Mrs. Claus and told them about your fundraising efforts for the road home. They thought it would be wonderful to share some of these letters from kids with you. I have attached a couple. More can be found on their Facebook page. There are people in Utah who are hoping to find their way home. I can't think of a better way to help them than to support the road home.
That's nice, J.D. Thank you.
Feel free to share these letters with others as a source of inspiration. Aloha, J.D. Armstrong. Now, I haven't gone to the Facebook page, but I can open up these letters and and I'll give you the Facebook address so you can go, so people can go look at them themselves.
You can see them.
Yeah, because they're really sweet just to look at them. They're written by kids and in childish handwriting. I want to have a home. A home come back for Christmas. That's all I want. My Christmas wish for Lahaina, says one. Let's see. Here's one that's. He just drew pictures of a palm tree and an elf and a candy cane and said, "I would like to have my home back." And then this one says, "Dear Santa, I wish for Lahaina to come back. Oh, and I want a bike."
Well, you know,
love Layla.
Of course you want a bike.
Sure. Let's see. This one says, there's just 2 more. They're very short. Merry Christmas, Santa. I hope you can help my best friend, Nova, because her house burnt down, and I think it makes her really sad.
Oh, geez.
Love, Mia. And then
Sweet
she's
Mia.
drawn, I guess, a Christmas tree and it looks like a Santa hat. And then I think there's one more here. Let's see. I want, I don't know what that is. I want all about Comed's book. Comed's?
I don't know.
I don't know. And I want my house back.
Yeah.
And it's signed by indecipherable.
I mean,
So.
people are dealing with homelessness all over the world, and the road home here is helping for folks in Utah.
Now that Facebook page where there are hundreds of these letters, and they're all written on this nice little Christmassy paper. It's just facebook.com Maui Mr. and Mrs. Claus.
Oh, okay.
MR and MRS, Mr. and Mrs. Claus, CLAUS. Maui, Mr. and Mrs. Claus.
You know, it's interesting. They mentioned so many of those people lost their homes, like JD said, through no fault of their own.
Yeah.
There was a fire. And the road home here in Utah, again, there are people that lose their homes, find themselves homeless through no fault of their own.
Yeah.
Oftentimes it's maybe you have a job loss and a medical issue in your family, and it all happens at the same time, and that makes it difficult to pay rent. No fault of your own. It happens here too.
Yeah. So listen, donate today. 801-819-7300 is the number. I think they must be taking the trash bins or something. It was crashing. I thought that. 801-819-7300. Please call and make a donation. If you'd like a shout out on the radio, we'd be happy to do that. They can get those messages to us. Or if you want to come here and visit us in person, please feel free to do that.
It's 529 West 9th Avenue in Midvale. It's the Midvale Shelter.
Now, when you make your donation, we're going to enter you into a drawing for many, many, many fabulous prizes, including a stay at Resort World Las Vegas.
Yeah.
We got 2 of those. We got tickets to Carrie Underwood, Red Hot Chili Peppers, New Kids on the Block, Hootie and the Blowfish, 30 Seconds to Mars, Alanis Morissette, Hozier, Jason Aldean, a whole bunch of them here. Let's see, who else? Kenny Chesney, bunch of them. A lot
of sporting event tickets too, and opportunities to meet and greet players and things. All of that, no matter what your donation is, you'll be entered into a drawing for that. And actually, if you come down here to donate in person, there's also an opportunity to register for those prizes here in person if you come down to the shelter to see us.
And that location B, the address, is 529 West 9th Avenue for the Midvale Family Shelter. 801-819-7300 is the number to call to make your donation. And your dollars are being matched right now. So if you donate $1, it becomes 2. Do the math. I'm not going to do it for you.
I like the 1 and 2. I can't figure out it.
Exactly.
The match is from Metropolitan Shuttle. Is that what it is?
I'm worried this truck is going to come through the tent here. It's right behind us.
God, it's frightening.
Caroline Butterwick, a donation for X96. She give her a shout out for donating. Thank you, Caroline.
Yeah, if you want a shout out, calling is the better way to do that.
So it's 801-819-7300. Don't wait. You think I'll do it tomorrow? No, go ahead and do it now. Get it taken care of, and then you don't have to worry about it. All right? So join us. KXRK Provo.
Traffic? Can I do a little traffic?
Please.
There's a crash northbound Main Street, US 89 at 4th South in Springville. Looks like 2 left turn lanes are blocked. Traffic backed up to 10th South. Eastbound traffic on 4th South at Main Street also affected and backing up. Crash northbound SR 36. This is halfway between Stockton and Tooele. They're seeing delays. Both northbound and southbound drivers are probably rubbernecking a little bit for that crash, but there is slowage in that area. And what are you seeing out there on the roads? You can text us. 33986 is where you do that. Let us know what you're seeing.
All right. More from the road home coming up after these. Also, Beat Gina. You know, if you came down and donated, we'd let you play Beat Gina here in person. You know?
By the way, we're leading very well now in the fundraising.
I'm still not comfortable yet.
No.
No, well, I'm not. No, but we're doing better.
Another. This is the Mediathon, right?
Yeah.
And another morning show showed up.
Who is it?
It's the Shouting Sports at You in the Morning show.
Yelling Sports?
Yeah, Yelling Sports at You show. So they're here, all the way at that end of the tent, so that when they yell their sports, we don't have to hear it.
Yeah. Remember, I loved the years when they were right across from us.
Yeah.
Yelling.
Like, who thought that was a good idea? Apparently their microphones are broken. That's why they
that's
have to
too
yell.
bad.
I thought it was just because they were silly. Anyway, we'll be back after these X96.
And now, a holiday greeting from Artie Fufkin.
Heather in Clinton, thank you, made a donation to the road home. Thank you for doing that.
In Clinton?
In Clinton.
And Brittany Coleman made a donation. It doesn't say where Brittany's from, but...
I bet she's from Clinton.
Well, she might be.
Might be.
Thank you, Brittany. Now, we're going to talk to Connie Crosby. Connie is the school district liaison for the road home, particularly Canyon School District. But Connie, describe what your job is with the road home.
First of all, thank you to X96. I was working the phone room this morning, and we had lots of calls that came from X96.
Oh, that's nice to hear. Thank you.
Thank you, Connie.
So my job here, I am the lucky one. I get to meet with every child that comes into shelter, make a decision about what is best with their parents, of course, as input on what school they should attend. If they were previously in a school and attending, we want them to stay there.
So how do you do that? Can you bus them to the school they used to go to? Or
If they were in special ed and have an IEP with transportation, we bus them. We do Trax passes. We do Sinclair gas cards, all kinds of creative ways. Lift.
Make sure they get to school. 167 kids in the shelter last night. Not all of those I would think are school age, but many of them. Do you have any idea how many you're serving right now as the liaison?
I have about 227 that I've enrolled since school started in August. So some of those have moved out and moved to hotels, but we still continue to support them, and we want them to stay in our schools.
That's really terrific. Well, how did you come by this job? I mean, what's your background?
I started in social services about 30 years ago. I've been doing this a long time, and my love is with these kids that need the most help. I can see
that you feel that way just by the way your eyes kind of light up and talk about them. And it must be very mean a lot to them and their parents that people care enough for them to keep them going.
I find that I build relationships with the parents, and I've been around a long time, so I've built trust with those parents, and I trust the parents as well to know what's best for their children. And so my job really is easy because I meet with their guardian and I ask them, what is best for your child? And that's the direction.
Every kid's different.
Right.
I don't want to go to school. Do I still have to go to school?
I bet most of them want to go to school. I bet most.
I'm going to say Christmas break, most of us look at it as a happy time. For these kids living in the shelter, it can be a very difficult time because school provides their breakfast, their lunch, their after-school program, and those teachers give them security and love.
How can you assure or help when these kids go to school that they're not looked down on by other students? You know what I'm getting at here?
I think Canyons is really good about that because our buses come in here first, pick up shelter students first, so we protect that their address where they live, and they're dropped off here last.
Oh, okay.
And our big routes, our feeder schools, they are the only children on that bus, so we protect their identity. We certainly don't want anyone put down or shamed because they're experiencing homelessness.
Because it could happen, and that's smart thinking on somebody's part. Is it Connie Crosby's smart thinking?
Actually, it's part of federal law.
That's good.
Well, the federal government stepping in like that, how dare they? People don't. Anyway, 167 kids in shelter as of last night.
What are some
98 families?
What are some donation items for kids specifically that you think they could use while people are gathering things?
We have a lot of need for shoes, underwear, lots of need for underwear and shoes. I get lots of, and our teenagers sometimes get forgotten about, but they love black hoodies. I get a lot of requests for a black hoodie.
Okay.
Well, that's easy to do. I bet you could pick some up at Costco and swing by here and drop them off.
Gift cards as well, I would assume.
Yeah, many of our teenagers don't get choices. And so when they get a gift card, it's really important because they get to choose their clothes.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah. Connie Crosby, thanks for talking with us.
Here's a texter who must know you. Connie is so great. She does such a good job helping those kids. There we go. Nice.
Thanks. Have a happy holiday, Connie.
And thanks to X96.
Thank you.
Our pleasure to be here.
Thank you very much.
Let's see, we just got a notification. Scott donated. It says, Gina, thank you for keeping those two in line. I think he means you guys.
What?
You know, I keep you in line.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Is that right?
Sure you do.
All right.
Hey, hey,
Hey, you!
That's how I keep you in line. If you want to shout out, best way to get those is by donating on the phone, which I don't have the number.
I do. It's
801-819-7300.
Now, would you like a list? Do we have time for a
We
list?
have time for a quick list.
All
You have
right.
about 4 minutes.
All
so
right.
yeah.
I don't know if Nick has the...
He does.
It's Radio from Hell with another list, because people love a good list. X96.
All right, here's the good list on X96. These are Christmas songs that people love to hate.
Love to hate.
People love to hate. And I think I can agree with most of them. But I don't know this song. The first one on the list. The Christmas Shoes.
Oh, yeah.
It's a religious-y one.
It's terrible.
That's why I don't know it,
Yeah.
because it's concerning
It's
religion.
it's a country religious Christmas song.
Yeah.
It's nice. It's a nice message.
It's a nice message, but an awful song.
It spawned a book and a movie with Rob Lowe in it.
Rob Lowe.
Rob Lowe. It has topped many a worst Christmas list, and now it's on this one. Wonderful Christmas Time by Paul McCartney.
I don't care for that. Because of that.
This list it includes Do They Know It's Christmas? Bob Geldof and Nick Ure.
I'll be honest, I'm not crazy about that
either.
one.
It had a good effect and did nice things. But,
Yeah.
let's see. Grandma got ran over by a reindeer.
That's a classic.
It's the worst.
Sucks. Do you know the performers?
Oh, it's somebody and somebody.
Yeah.
It's
Damn it.
Elmo and Patsy.
That's it.
Elmo and Patsy, who went on to do nothing.
Yep. Well, they didn't need to, actually.
And this one, the Chipmunks song, Christmas Don't Be Late.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm kind of tired of that one.
I kind of like this song, but this is the one that says, as performed by Eartha Kitt, Santa Baby.
No, I kind of like Santa Baby.
Santa Baby's okay. As long as it's not the Madonna version.
Santa Baby.
Yeah.
Baby,
she irritates.
Baby, it's cold outside.
Well, this is the controversial.
Yeah. It says this highly controversial Christmas song has a lot of haters, whether they find offense with early recordings featuring Ella Fitzgerald and Louis Jordan, or Dean Martin and Marilyn Maxwell.
That's the one.
That's the one that we own. Yeah.
Much discourse has been devoted to whether the interplay between the male and the female voices amounts to cozy sexual harassment or a sly coded exchange.
Well, is something in my drink line,
Yeah.
That's the one that's
the one.
Did you put something?
Because Dean is,
I wish I could think of this just as they're being playful and they're both into it.
Yeah.
But the drink part is
It's too bad because it's kind of a nice song
Yeah,
in
I
a lot
like
of
it.
ways. But
I like it.
Little Drummer Boy, everybody's sick of that.
Unless it's Bowie.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, with Bing Crosby.
Bowie and Crosby.
Mm-hmm. I was astonished when I remember seeing that on TV, and I
wasn't prepared.
What?
I had no idea that was going to happen.
They know each other?
It's like, what? Those two in the same room?
Can you do that?
I don't think you can.
This is a terrible song. Dominic the Donkey.
Yeah.
I don't even know that one. Thank goodness.
It's the Christmas donkey at the manger.
Yeah.
Last Christmas by Wham.
Well, that's the Whamageddon.
And I've been getting thank yous, by the way, for ruining Whamageddon for people at the beginning of the season.
Carrie did it on December 1st.
Yeah.
December 1st.
Just get it out, rip the Band-Aid off.
I just played like 20 seconds of it every once in a while during the show, and I'm getting thank yous now because people are saying, you were right, the stress is gone now.
Did you see Ryan Reynolds and Rob McElhenney doing the cover of Wham's Last Christmas album? They're pretty funny looking. I mean, I think they did a great job with it. It's Rob and Ryan. Fantastic. So there's your list.
Oh.
Hated Christmas songs.
People are texting in now. They want to know why Mariah Carey wasn't on there.
I kind of like All I Want for Christmas.
And then someone is saying The Waitress's Christmas Wrapping.
Oh, I love that song.
Gina and I were singing it earlier.
We need to try to find it for tomorrow. I would like to hear that
I don't know if we have it in the system.
I heard David Sedaris singing I Want a Hippopotamus for Christmas.
Nick's playing us out.
Yeah. Because it is time.
Oh, okay.
Traffic.
Fender bender I-15 northbound near the I-215 South interchange in Murray. Vehicles are on the left shoulder. Traffic backed up to 72nd South in Midvale. Crash northbound Main Street, US 89 4 South in Springville. It looks like 2 left turn lanes are blocked. Traffic backed up to 10th South. Eastbound traffic at 4 South and Main Street also affected and backing up. Crash northbound SR 36 halfway between Stockton and Tooele. There's delays both northbound and southbound. Southbound drivers are rubbernecking through that crash. Whether you're looking for toys and games, rockets and robots, telescopes and gift cards, Planet Fun at Clark Planetarium is something for anyone on your holiday shopping list. Clark Planetarium open 7 days a week at the Gateway.
All right, so we are at the Family Shelter, which is located at 529 West 9th Avenue in Midvale. You can come by and see us and make a physical donation if you'd like, but it's just easier if you go online, x96.com, make your donation, or 801-819-7300. And if either of those don't work for you, go to theroadhome.org. It's there as well.
And the match this hour, the 8 o'clock hour, is the Huntsman Foundation. Generous match. All donations will be matched up to $1 million. The Road Home.
And
nice.
We're looking for Beat Gina contestants.
Yes, if you want to come down and play Beat Gina live, you can for a fabulous prize. What is it?
It's tickets to see I Don't Know How But They Found Me, coming to the Depot on December 30th.
That's going to be a good show. I Don't Know How But They Found Me tickets. And the Depot's a great place to see that band, too. So it's 877-602-9696. You can line up now to play Beat Gina. We'll play after some messages and a song. Beat Gina coming up live here at the Homeless Shelter, 529 West 9th Avenue, the Family Shelter. All right, X96. Oh, we got a thing we got to do here, don't we? No, that's coming up. Never mind. X96. Thank you. 8:24 right now, and it is time to play Beat Gina. Brought to you by?
Brought to you by, it's time for Lights, Camera, Brunch. Don't miss Radio from Hell's annual independent film-themed podcast recording. We're going to be back at Squatters again. Brunch, beers, and drinks, Sunday, January 21st from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Get tickets at x96.com. This is an all-ages event, and it always sells out.
Yes.
So get them now.
Let's play.
All right, it's time for Beat Gina, but first, I'd like to thank Lauren and her son Desmond for joining us here at the road home and bringing us a box of chocolates and also telling us a joke.
Johnny, can I tell Desmond's joke? It's a good joke.
Please do.
It is a good one, yeah.
Why can't you hear a pterodactyl pee?
I don't know. Why can't you hear a pterodactyl pee?
Because the pee's silent.
I don't get it. I don't get it.
I thought it was pterodactyl go to the bathroom. Was that it?
No,
Maybe
it has
that was it.
No, it has to be pee.
Because the P is silent.
Yeah.
Or maybe it's Desmond, did I screw up your joke?
No.
I don't know.
Why can't you hear a pterodactyl
go to the bathroom?
Yeah, that's better. That is better.
I'm
wording.
sorry,
Yeah,
Desmond.
because the punchline throws you.
Yeah.
That is better. I still don't get
Sorry.
it.
Anyway.
There's no hiding from the truth, and the same can be said of our game show, Beat Gina. Oh, I've tried to hide, but to no avail. Beat Gina will find me and you every time. I'm the Beat Gina booth announcer, Johnny Olo, with a word about a great Christmas stocking stuffer. Anyone who ever goes fishing should own a pocket fisherman.
Yes.
Compact enough to fit inside a glove compartment, lunchbox, or backpack. It's rod, reel, line, bobble, and hook with a Johnson reel and twin flex rod that reacts to the slightest nibble and yet strong enough to haul in the big ones. Popeil's Pocket Fisherman spin casting outfit, including bait, is only $19.95. Now all you need is a place to fish. Available this Christmas season for a limited time only at Woolworths, Wilco, Times Square Corvettes, Valley Fair Mall, and Two Guys. Ask for it by name, the Pocket Fisherman.
Thank you.
And now he too reacts to the slightest nibble, and he comes with bait.
Well.
Your host for Beat Gina, Carrie Jackson.
Oh, thank you, Johnny Ola.
You're welcome.
Professional game show announcer. Thank you for coming down here in person
That's
today.
me.
All right, we have the randomizer has picked a contestant back at the studio. Gina, Karen is on the phone.
Hi, Karen.
Hello, how are
Hi,
you?
Karen. All right, Karen, we're going to toss a coin to see who goes first. It will give you an advantage if you win the toss. Heads or tails, call it.
Tails.
All right, coin toss app says Tails, Gina
Ah,
Barbieri,
Karen,
as you
you're,
can see. Yeah.
you're one step closer to winning these tickets to see I Don't Know How, but they found me December 30th at the Depot.
All right, Karen, that means this first question is for you to answer first. Multiple choice pop culture trivia. If you get it correct, you get the point. If not, I will allow Gina to answer it correctly and steal the point away. We'll go back and forth till one of you gets 3 points. Karen, first question. Rod Stewart trivia.
I love him.
Don't you know him, Johnny?
I do.
What was one of the first jobs for Hall of Fame musician Rod Stewart? One of his first jobs. Karen, was it 1, bowling alley pin setter? Was it 2, barbed wire sharpener? 3, grave digger? Or 4, shooting birds at the airport?
Number 1.
Bowling alley pin setter? That's
No?
not correct. No, that is incorrect.
Gina,
I'm very
chance
sorry.
to steal.
Is he a grave digger?
He was a grave digger, correct.
Yes, he was. All right, that's a point for Gina, and she controls the question.
All right, Gina?
Yes.
In a slight switch,
Okay.
this band was not one of the early incarnations of the band that would become the Allman Brothers Band.
Oh,
So
not.
one of these is the correct incorrect answer.
Okay.
Am I confusing you?
Yes, but that's okay.
All right.
I got it.
She's always
three
confused.
three of these are band names that they have used.
Okay.
One is not.
Okay.
All right. The Allman Brothers. Is it 1, the Allman Joys, 2, Almond Milk, 3, the Escorts, or 4, Hourglass?
I'm going with almond milk.
Yes, Almond Milk is
What?
correct. They were never known as Almond Milk.
But they were almond joy.
They were Almond Joys.
And the Escorts that's
Well,
on point,
yeah.
isn't it?
Yes.
All right, that's 2 points for Gina. No points for Karen.
Oh, Karen.
All right, Karen. This question for you. Men in Black trivia. The movie. When filming Men in...
I'm in trouble.
Oh, no, you're going to be fine.
You'll be fine, Karen.
When filming Men in Black, Tommy Lee Jones admitted he didn't mind this. Usually he minds everything, but he didn't mind this. Was it 1, being covered in slime? Was it 2, only 2 kids on his lawn, Will and that kid Rip Torn? 3, leaving Will Smith alone to deliver the alien baby? Or 4, the tangy zip of Miracle Whip? He didn't mind.
Number 3?
Leaving Will Smith alone to deliver? No, that's not correct. Sorry.
Gina?
I'm betting covered in slime.
He
You would
didn't-
think that would bother him.
You would think, but
he
it did
didn't.
not.
Oh.
He did not mind.
Did
Gina
I
gets the
win?
point. I think
That's
she
that's
wins.
the game.
Oh.
Gina wins. Sorry, Karen. That's
Karen, I'm so sorry.
you did terribly.
That was my first choice, too. I should have gone with my gut.
But
Go with your gut,
Always
Karen.
go with your gut, Karen.
or as we say, intuition.
I'm going to go with my gut, Karen, and even though I beat you, I'm going to go ahead and give you these tickets anyway to
Oh.
I Don't Know How, but they found me coming to the Depot on the 30th.
Thank you.
Well,
Look,
I appreciate that, and I have to tell Johnny, I had one of those pocket fishermen when I was a kid.
of
Yes, Popeil's Pocket Fisherman. I knew Ron Popeil personally.
Of course you did.
And Rod Stewart.
And Rod Stewart. Rod and I went fishing with a pocket fisherman one time.
Did you?
Yes. All right, Karen, hang on the line, and somebody will tell you how you can get your prize that you didn't really deserve.
Oh, she sure
Hang on,
did.
Karen.
All right, listen, I've got to go. I've got some stuff that I need to attend to.
All right. News brought to you by.
Black Velvet Boutique, Utah's locally owned sexual wellness resource. Their knowledgeable, discreet staff can help you find sexy, fun gifts like lingerie, toys, lotions, and books. Open 7 days a week, 595 South State in Clearfield.
News.
Well, Guy Fieri, as previously established, says here a fascinating dude. I'm not so sure. The
He is a
spiky-haired
dude, that part's right.
Yeah. The spiky-haired celebrity chef has lived multiple lives. In one, he's been falsely accused of drunk driving, raised a ton of money for food workers during the pandemic, and Kristen Stewart wanted him to officiate her wedding. Unfortunately, bad planning got in the way. Fieri also signed a $100 million contract to remain the mayor of Flavortown. But none of that money will go to his kids.
None of it.
Nope, unless they get their degrees, he said. Fieri told Fox News that his kids Hunter and Ryder, 27 years old and 17 years old, as well as his nephew Jules, who is 22, who he's raised since his sister's death in 2011, won't inherit his money without them heading to school. I've told him the same thing my dad told me. My dad says when I die, you can expect that I'm going to die broke, and you're going to be paying for the funeral. And I told my boys, none of this that we've seen that I've been building around you, you're going to get unless you come to me and take it from me. He says, you got to go to school, and I won't let you have any of the money unless you grab it from me. Okay, fine. And Guy Fieri, a lot of things I don't care for about him, but he did do a lot of really good stuff for food service workers during the pandemic.
Give him that.
The 118th Congress is on track to be the most unproductive in modern history.
They're mainly what? Remind me what party is mainly making up that?
With just a couple of dozen laws on the books at the close of 2023, according to data from data analytics firm Quorum. Why it matters. It's the product of not only divided partisan control of Washington, but infighting within the House Republican majority that has routinely ground legislative business to a halt. That includes the 3-week period this fall when Congress was paralyzed, the Republicans' inability to find a replacement for ousted Speaker Kevin McCarthy. Just 20 bills have been passed by both chambers and signed into law this year, with another 4 currently awaiting President Biden's signature. That's far below even historically unproductive first years, the 104th, the 112th, and 113th Congresses, in which Republicans controlled one or both chambers with Democrats Bill Clinton and Barack Obama in the White House. They passed at least 70 to 73 laws. 2023 also marks the low point in years-long trends toward gridlock. 5 of them and the 6 most unproductive first years have been since 2011. They're just a bunch of Utah billionaire Trevor Milton was sentenced Monday to 4 years in prison for lying to investors about his company's hydrogen and electric truck technology. Milton was the founder and CEO of Nikola Motors. He was convicted 14 months ago on 3 fraud charges. The maximum sentence was 60 years in prison. Federal prosecutors asked for 11. Judge Edgardo Ramos ultimately decided on 4 years. Milton's lack of remorse and failure to accept any form of responsibility for his actions only emphasized the need for just punishment in this case, prosecutors said. Milton, essentially, he ran a scheme and fraudulently obtained people's money to back his company. Let's see, a Utah man whose positive outlook never wavered, even after being paralyzed following a paragliding accident this fall, is facing a new challenge as he looks for help in finding his SUV that was stolen last week. Jared Potter has what his friends believe is an innate love for adventure. Pre-accident, Jared was kind of a thrill seeker, said his friend Joshua Keys. He did a lot of rock climbing, he did mountain biking, he was dabbling in paragliding, but his favorite thing was skiing. He loves to ski. I believe our society would be a better place, said Mr. Potter, if people just spend a little extra time outside. But somebody stole his SUV, and it's adapted to, because he's paralyzed.
Oh, I see.
It's an adaptive vehicle, and he says, Sandy police say they've received a report of a stolen vehicle, but as of Tuesday, they still haven't gotten any suspects or leads. Now, this story is a couple of days old. Hopefully, they find the SUV. He says it's pretty noticeable. It's a big, tall 4Runner with all the bells and whistles on it already, so it'll catch your eye if you see it. And if you do, call the police.
Yes.
People are in love with Utah's black and white license plates.
I got a new car. I got an electric car.
Yes.
And one of the things I was most excited about was getting a plate. And they told me they are sold out of them and I couldn't get a black and white
That's
plate.
what I keep hearing.
With a beloved retro look, the pseudo-vintage plates, I don't know why you wrote that, have become so popular that a weeks-long waiting list formed before drivers can ever affix one to their vehicles. In August alone, the DMV had 10,613 requests for the plates, and a new video shared on social media, the secret to how the black and white license plates are created was revealed. And no, Santa's Workshop has nothing to do with it, it says here. The Utah Department of Corrections showed the plates being produced through the inmate work programs. in the video, inmates are seen handling the license plates before they're printed in the machinery and then stacked. And so they're made out at the prison, as I think all license plates are in Utah. And it's just people want them so much.
I think they're just kind of sleek and good looking.
Yeah,
I want one.
That's that's the way. It seems to me when I was a kid, the license plates were black, but they were yellow
letters. Yeah,
which I like better.
I would like the yellow letter ones.
Yeah.
But here's the thing: is that take a hint, state of Utah.
Yeah,
these are the plates people want.
Yeah.
So maybe we back away from the
the arches
and the greatest snow and all
I
that,
had to get the art. They said they're so backed up. It must have been the month I got my car. They said they're not issuing it. I'm like, but that's half the reason I wanted a new car is I wanted the black and white plate.
Tim Hughes on KSL yesterday morning said, I don't like them. I like my greatest snow on earth plate. I want that. That's what I want. I don't like them.
That makes me like them even more.
I don't like them.
Tim is all right. All right. Well,
I don't like them. And let's see. A Florida man found himself behind bars after a suspicious incident that unfolded at his home in Lady Lake over the weekend. On Saturday night, Timothy Henry called deputies to his house saying he'd knocked out an intruder, according to an arrest affidavit from the Sumter County Sheriff's Office.
All right.
There's a body here at my house. The 51-year-old man who lives in Lady Lake told dispatchers about family that was flying in and out of the state but didn't show up, theft of a dog. He went on, not making any sense. Anyway, he said, but I think there's a dead body at my house. It was a golf clubs in a duffel bag.
So he didn't even look.
It was the shape of...
Yeah.
That, you mean that, but he was arrested on 4 counts of drug-related charges, transported to the detention center.
Sports, weather, traffic.
Well, one of my new favorite football players is Tommy DeVito. Because, we're Goombas.
Are you?
Yeah, that's a really
sure
a nice way to talk about Italian.
Yeah. Well, but he and his agent, who is also very entertaining and interesting.
Hey, what's the matter?
They've run afoul of a New Jersey pizzeria, which says it canceled an event featuring the New York Giants quarterback because he doubled his appearance fee.
That's a jerk move.
It's a jerk move. They were going to pay him $10,000 to show up at their pizzeria, and his agent went, well, he's very popular now, so it's 20. And they're like, no.
Dick move.
Yeah,
Total dick move.
Jerk off. Get out
of here. Don't do that. Let's see. The Jazz are on the road tonight in Cleveland. That game is an early game. It's at 5 o'clock today. Weather. Warmer today than it was yesterday, and the air quality is better. That little storm that came through, some of you saw some rain yesterday, that cleared the air up a little bit, which is nice. 52 for a high today. Tomorrow will be right around 50, and that haze starts to build back in. Next chance for showers looks like Friday night into Saturday, and actually Saturday into Sunday it's going to cool down enough that should change over to snow, so maybe White Christmas, maybe.
Yeah.
We'll keep an eye on that for you.
Thank you.
Traffic. We have a fender bender, I-15 northbound near the I-215 South interchange in Murray. Vehicles are on the left shoulder. Traffic backed up to 72nd South in Midvale. There's this accident in Springville, and our attorney, Ed Brass, said it's involving a school bus. Crash northbound Main Street, US 89 4 South in Springville. 2 left turn lanes are blocked. Traffic backed up to 10th South. Eastbound traffic on 4 South at Main Street also affected and backing up. Let me check our message stream because you can text us if you would like to. Our friend Marie Francos in California just Venmoed $20 to the road home. Thank you, Marie, all the way from California. You can send us that kind of thing, and you can also send us traffic you're seeing out there on the roads. 33986.
All right.
Are you ready for some football? Enjoy Gracie's award-winning brunch, huge beer selection while watching your favorite college and pro teams in action, and in high def. Must be 21 or older to enter.
All right, so we're going to take a break. We'll be back. Things that must go coming up after these. We are broadcasting live from the Family Shelter in Midvale, 529 West 9th Avenue, raising money for the road home as we do every year. 25 years now, apparently, that we've been doing this. 801-819-7300 is the number to call to make your donation, or you can go online at x96.com and donate through our website, or even easier, theroadhome.org. Easy to donate that way. All right. Things that must go after these, X96. wanted to avoid the horror that is the intersection of 21st South, 13th East. I still managed to select the standalone CVS and not the one inside the Target.
Oh.
This is the second time that I've done this. This is true. Because I was at the wrong place. I couldn't even get the things at Target that I needed because they were perishable. I couldn't get to the right location. That app screws us up every time.
Yeah.
Okay, a couple more things here. Let's see. We got, does not say I can use the name. Can you arrange for 2 minor geographical occurrences?
Okay.
1, sell or just give Texas back to Mexico.
You can have it.
Or 2, arrange for a break in the tectonic plates such that Florida simply will float away into the ocean. We'll get Bugs Bunny on this right away. And this one from Timbo. Chocolate chip cookies of other desserts that don't have enough chocolate chips. I think he means or other desserts that don't have enough chocolate chips. The cookie or dessert, they're just a delivery service for the ooey gooey chocolate chips and chocolate chunks. So more chips and chunks. Also,
Oh, you have another one there.
I have a couple more.
Like more chips and chunks.
Yeah.
Make my coworker who gets mad when someone says Happy Holidays instead of Merry Christmas go. Yes, she is this petty. Yes, she did send a company-wide email saying only to say Merry Christmas in her presence, as Happy Holidays is an attack on Christianity.
No, it isn't.
It's not.
There are other religions.
Yeah, how about instead of
What?
Happy Holidays or Merry Christmas, we just say up yours.
What? There are more than
There
Christianity?
There are 14 different holidays happening.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. Also, please don't use my name. Big projects scheduled during November, December, and January during the holidays at my work. I think this is coming from one of Trump's lawyers, is what I'm thinking. Anyway, there we go.
Just a couple follow-ups. Bill, the McDonald's on 5th South and Bountiful still twirls.
The sign?
Yeah,
Okay.
and my son and I calculated it spins around nearly 2 million times a year, so there's that.
Thank you.
And then Sean from West Jordan says, what must go as soon as you get a new windshield or fix a rock chip, another rock hits your way. Yes, that has happened
Always.
to me.
Never fails.
Those are things that must
There you
go.
go. Things that must go.
Things that must go on the radio.
Still dealing with that accident in Springville involving a school bus. I haven't seen an update on it, but it's northbound Main Street, US 89, 4 South in Springville. Looks like the 2 left turn lanes blocked. Traffic backed up to 10th South. Eastbound traffic on 4 South and Main Street also affected and backing up. If you know more about what's going on there, you can text us 33986. We're actually getting texts from friends of the program. Let's see. We at CSL Plasma in South Salt Lake just donated $1,000 to the road home.
Way to go.
That's nice.
Oh, and Lindsay and Beryl came here.
Oh, yes.
Lindsay and Beryl brought in over 200 hats that Beryl made herself.
She knitted them herself?
Yeah. She's in hospice, I think Lindsay said.
That's what she said.
She's in, but she just wouldn't shut up either. No, she was great. Way to go.
She said she's got 2 more she's working on today.
Yeah.
You can donate and get a shout out. Best way to do that is to call in your donation, 801-819-7300. Or maybe you have a challenge. You want to challenge other people that knit their own hats. You could challenge that.
Yeah, Frank Christ, our celebrity Grim Reaper, donated $50 and challenged all other Reapers to do the same.
Or if it's just easier for you to donate online, you can do it via our website or just go to theroadhome.org. Big donate button there. Just make sure you give us credit for it.
Yes.
Because it's a competition.
And we're doing pretty well. We're leading all the other radio stations involved and TV stations involved. But it's never enough. So keep it coming.
529 West 9th Avenue is where the Midvale Family Shelter is. I'm seeing a lot of cars lined up to make physical donations.
Now, you may be hearing this going, oh my gosh, I was going to bring stuff and I don't have time today. It's okay. We're doing this all again tomorrow.
Yeah, you can do it tomorrow. And all day today, really. So, you know, if now doesn't work for your schedule, later certainly does.
Marcy's going to be here. Todd will be here.
Yep. So swing by and see him. All right, we're going to take a break, play a song, and after that, it's the Boner Recap game. The Boner Recap game, easy game to play, especially if you were listening earlier and you know who won the Boner today. If you weren't listening earlier and don't know, It's on our website, x96.com. You can go there and take a look to see who won the boner, and then also donate at our website, x96.com, for the road home. KXRK Provo, X96. Oh, we got it. Oh, it's Salt Lake Film Society. Gina.
Oh,
yes.
Think about Salt Lake Film Society for Christmas gift giving. If you have a film buff in your life, you can get them a membership to the Salt Lake Film Society. It's the Red Carpet Club. Members get special invites, early ticket access, special events, 20% off concessions and tickets. Oh, and if you buy it, you get a tax write-off on your Christmas gift. See the movies that see you at Salt Lake Film Society's Broadway Center cinemas. Go see your favorite films on the big screen. I mean, there's a lot of these that, you're watching at home on your couch. Some of them just don't translate to your home. Have that experience of going to the theater. Yeah. They've got, let's see, holiday season movies. It's a Wonderful Life. Muppets Christmas Carol. That'd be kind of fun to go take.
Well,
the
both
kids
of those
to
would
see.
be great on the big screen. Never seen those.
And the Apartment. Plus limited releases of Saltburn and Dream Scenario. That's that new one with Nicolas Cage that he's getting good notices for. All of that happening. Oh, and they have the best concessions there at Salt Lake Film Society. Go to slfstix.org.
X96. made a donation. He says, Jeff says, I'm your number one listener in Salem. And to Jeff, I say, that's only because my parents are dead.
And some holiday cheer for you, too.
And there you go. Let's see. There's some more holiday cheer.
Okay.
William R. donated and asked, how much do I have to donate to get rid of the Utah word of the day?
Oh.
Listen, by the way, anything that you're donating this hour, Rocky Mountain Chevy dealers are matching the in-kind donations.
Oh, and if you go to our social media, speaking of Rocky Mountain Chevy dealers,
Facebook and Instagram,
they just brought the Chevy Caravan.
Is that what I saw?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
With all of the donations that you kind folks dropped off at all of the different Rocky Mountain Chevy dealers and our Road to the Road Home. We did, of course, a big caravan of Chevys bringing stuff for the road home. Thank you, everybody that donated there.
Now, we played that song, Mr. Grinch song from Whirling Dervishes, and, we played that for years.
Yes.
And I never really paid attention.
Yes.
It's incomplete.
How so?
There are lyrics missing.
What do they leave out?
Of the original?
From the original,
Ooh.
yeah. Because they just say, out of the two of you, I would choose the seasick crocodile. There's no setup lyric about the seasick crocodile.
Do you remember the lyric?
I don't. But I know there's no setup, and there's another lyric missing from that version of the song.
Let's start playing the
Thurl
Ravenscroft.
Maybe we can find the original.
That's what we need to do, is
Okay.
find the original from Thurl Ravenscroft.
We also need
Yes.
Little Augie Rios.
Well, we need to talk about what sort of stakes we're talking about to get those songs played.
And we need Santa Claus is a Black Man.
Our two Radio from Hell classics.
That one we really need.
So we need to figure out which...
And I know Dr. White was asking for Sisma's Christmas song, but what he wants me to sing it, and I don't know the words.
Well, don't have Gina sing. My wife, by the way, was in DI the other day, and they were on the Muzak or whatever you call it. They were playing Little Augie Rios, Donde Está Santa Claus.
I'm hearing that song a lot
It's
these
on a
days.
commercial.
It's on a commercial.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
It's popped into the public, into the consciousness of the modern public.
And I'd like to think that it was because of us.
I'm sure it is because of us.
So tomorrow I don't think we're doing any of those today.
We won't do those today. Tomorrow we'll figure out the dollar amounts that it will cost to have those songs played. All right? So be listening tomorrow. We'll get that figured out. It is time now for the Boner Recap Game.
And do we have someone who would like to participate in that endeavor?
Hopefully Tricia is still there.
Hi, Tricia.
Tricia?
Hi there.
Oh, there you are.
Tricia, you have such a sweet voice. How are you today?
Thank you. I'm well. How are you?
I'm well, thank you. Where are you calling us from?
I'm calling from Layton.
Layton,
okay. Good. Now, Tricia, I'm going to read you these three boner candidates. You pick the winner. You tell me who the winner was, and you'll win what?
Oh, one of our fine Radio from Hell diner-style coffee mugs, or you can put whatever liquid you like in it.
It's a liquid delivery device. So, all right, here we go. Number one, Operation Naughty. A high school principal in Sugar Land, Texas, arrested after he allegedly tried to pay $90 to have sexual intercourse with an undercover detective. He thought it was a prostitute, but no. Boner candidate number two, he was arrested and charged with putting a bar in the way of a cop car. That's the boner candidate where a St. Louis police officer crashed into a gay bar. Right, his cruiser went right into the establishment, and he then arrested the owner of the bar. Makes no sense, does it?
Mm-hmm.
And boner candidate number three, he killed a $1 in a million buck. Some hunter in West Virginia killing a deer that was very beloved in the area. It had a huge antler, like a 27-point buck. And, they're looking for the guy who killed him. And they'll find him because he posted it online. So who was the winner?
Well, it was number two.
Yes.
Yes, it was.
Correct.
Number two.
Correct.
Congratulations. You get a Radio from Hell coffee mug. And some nice person back at the studio will come on the line and tell you how to get that. Hang on.
All right, hang on. Okay, found the lyrics.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I found the lyrics.
Okay.
Verse 3 is missing. from that song.
Okay.
You're a vile one, Mr. Grinch.
Okay.
You have termites in your smile.
Okay.
You have all the tender sweetness of a seasick crocodile, Mr. Grinch.
So
that
it is in
part
there.
is missing. They jump in with, given the choice between the two of you, I'd take the seasick crocodile.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense.
We needed a callback.
And then there's another one. You're a foul one, Mr. Grinch. You're a nasty, wasty skunk. Your heart is full of unwashed socks. Your soul is full of gunk, Mr. Grinch. The 3 words that best describe you are as follows, and I quote Sting.
Yeah.
All right.
So they're missing lyrics from that version. Let's find the real version.
I'm sure it's available.
Play it tomorrow.
It's Thurl Ravenscroft.
Thurl Ravenscroft.
Shall we talk to Christina now?
We could wait and talk to her longer.
Oh, let's do that.
You want to do that?
Yeah.
Because we got a big old tire thing we got to do here, and if you
Hang-
can
hang-
wait through the
hang
commercial,
tight.
we'll be right there. All right.
Okay.
We will take a break. We got we got leftover news coming up after these. Stand by for that. BigOTires.com.
Winter is here, and Big O wants to make sure that you and your family are safe on the road this season with winter tires. Winter tires. They don't call them snow tires anymore.
No.
They're winter tires.
Yeah,
They're
because
made,
it doesn't have to be snowing. It's just if the roads are wet, they're helpful.
or even cold.
Yeah.
Even the roads are cold.
Yeah, they're activated by temperature.
These are softer rubber tires, and Big O knows that tires and auto repair can be an unexpected expense. That's why they are offering financing options to fit your budget, which is a very nice thing to do. And they have a wide selection of brand name tires you know and trust, including Michelin. But right now you can save up to $140 on select sets of Michelin tires through January 7th. Now I go to the location on South Temple and 2nd East. There are great people there. I buy all my tires there, and I buy the Big O brand tire. I like the house brand quite a bit.
There's going to be one near you, though. There's over 50 locally owned and operated Big O tires.
And go in, because if you're like me, you love the smell of vulcanized rubber. BigOTires.com. They are the team you trust.
X96. All right, 9:18 right now, and we'll do some news coming up here in a moment.
We were just having shoe talk with Christina Huntsman. Good morning.
Good morning. I'm so happy to be here. We always have the best conversations, important things.
Is Christina giving you recommendations for shoes?
Yes.
Yes, we are. We're sharing hot pink shoes.
I hope it's fabulous.
I think the first time we ever met Christina Huntsman in association with the Road Home event, she was wearing sparkly Uggs.
Yes.
Now she's wearing these big pink shag carpet Uggs, and I said, do you wear any other kind of shoe? And you said...
No, I've had my foot fused, so you find a shoe that fits, so you find anything pink and sparkly or glittery or bright colors, and it works.
If the shoe fits,
yeah,
you wear it.
Exactly.
That's right. Christina Huntsman, now the Huntsman Family Foundation, matching donations this hour.
And look what I brought you.
Oh, you did.
Oh, what is
that?
Yes,
you get to hold it.
Like the old days.
Yes.
If
Dad
only
loved doing this.
If only it was a giant novelty version.
You have to give me a picture. Get a picture.
It's a picture. Bill, read the number on that check.
Cover the account number. Cover the account. Yeah, you don't need that out there.
There you go.
This is $1 million check.
A check for $1 million, and the reason this is significant for a couple of reasons. A, it's $1 million from the Huntsman Family Foundation to the Road Home. But when Christina first came to the studio with her father, John Sr.,
yes,
and he had a check for $1 million with him, and I thought I was being pretty brave.
Shameless. You were shameless.
I was pretty brave. I said, can I hold that?
He loved that. He loved visiting with you guys every year.
Yeah, it was a great moment in my broadcasting career.
And I think it's terrific that you've continued the tradition.
Yeah.
Come down to see us every year.
I am so happy to represent our family and carry on his legacy that he started.
Things well with you and your family?
Yes, they're all fantastic.
That's great. And this money that you donate to the Road Home, plus you match money, that's just an incredible act of giving. But I seem to recall your dad saying, I made all of this money, now I have to figure out how to give it away.
Exactly. And so, it's important for our family to carry on his legacy. And he loved the association with the Road Home, and he stopped by the Road Home more than 30 years ago on his way to get cancer surgery and gave a check for $1 million.
I remember that story.
And his life, cancer was his passion. And upon his passing, he said to us, find your cancer in your generation. And for us, that's mental health and substance use disorder. And I lost my sister almost 13 years ago to a drug overdose. Mom of 8 kids. And so, you know what? We talk about mental health and substance use disorders, and we need to change the stigma that's associated with that.
Yeah,
and we look at the homeless, and, we can be so judgmental of those on the street, and every single one of them have a story. They didn't wake up one morning and say, I want to be homeless. So partnering with the Road Home and the Huntsman Mental Health Institute and putting programs in to the shelters to give these people the mental health and substance use disorder care that they need. So every single dollar is going into programs and getting people off the streets and into housing.
And I think it's terrific, the Huntsman family and running the mental health facilities now up on the University of Utah campus.
Yeah, we're happy to raise our hand and say that is us. We want to share our stories because it's behind every single door, but we don't want to talk about it. We're fine to talk about if we have a cancer diagnosis and if we go in for treatment for cancer, but when it's mental health and substance use, we hold that close to our heart because of the stigma and the self-shame that we put upon ourselves that we caused it, instead of looking at it as a brain disease.
It touches every family.
It does.
It touches it.
And the 988 number now for suicide help is just a terrific thing. And that
that originated in Utah.
Yeah, I know.
Yes.
And if you call that number, if you need help, and it happens at this time of year, a lot of people get in despair. If you call that number, you're not going to some place else. You're going right up to the counselors up at the Huntsman.
And actually in the Safe UT app and 988, we are there 24/7 with licensed therapists there to answer the help that everybody needs.
What was your sister's name?
Her name was Kathleen, and we were 17 months apart. She was my best friend, and I watched her struggle with an eating disorder, and then, you're numbing the pain that you're in. And so oftentimes it's a misdiagnosed or undiagnosed mental health condition that if we can get people in to get help early on, before they get into crisis, we can really start eliminating what so many people are suffering.
Christina Huntsman, $1 million. I got to hold
Thank
the check.
you.
I was disappointed when I think last year I said, "Where's the
Yes,
check?"
I know. I know.
That's you. So you
I
surprised
know. So I
me.
said, no, we have to bring the check. They'll be looking for it.
Just real quick, Jake. Christine said to put that on the X96 totals. She just said that.
All of it on us.
Yes, thank you to your listeners, and thank you guys for doing this every year.
Thank you
It really
so
makes
much.
a difference.
It's our pleasure, and great to see you again.
Yes,
and
thank
we'll
you.
look forward to next year.
Yes,
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
All
you.
right. Let's do some leftover news. Oh, well, just real quick here before we get into the news. 801-819-7300 is the number to call if you want to make a donation, do a shout-out, or come down 529 West 9th Avenue. I'm seeing a lot of stuff being brought in. That's terrific. But x96.com is a place you can donate online, or theroadhome.org. Many, many places that you can donate. All right, news brought to you by...
Experience the magic and enchantment of Cat and Cauldron, your premier destination for all things occult and metaphysical in Taylorsville, catandcauldron.com.
Well, Google has just released the list of most searched Christmas cookies by state.
Cookies?
Yeah.
Like recipes?
Yeah.
Okay.
Most. So, anybody want to guess what Utah might be?
Utah's favorite
Sugar
Christmas
cookie.
It would be sugar cookie, probably.
Not on
Gingerbread?
Yes.
Oh.
Soft gingerbread cookies.
Soft gingerbread.
I love a soft gingerbread.
Now, I like them both. When I was a kid growing up, man, you'd buy in a big box. They had, I don't remember the brand, but these hard
Ginger snaps?
Ginger snaps. And a glass of milk and ginger snaps. And oh, my God. Those
There's
are
a
good.
branded cookie. It's a it's a gingerbread snap cookie, but it's a soft cookie. And there's so much ginger in these that you get a tingle on your tongue. They're so good, and I wish I could remember. It's a red package.
You can see the little flakes of ginger in
Yeah,
there.
I can see the package of what it looks like. They're my favorite.
Yep. So there you go, gingerbread. Who cares about the other states? I don't. Let's see. A dress worn by Princess Diana, the late Princess Diana, in 1985, recently sold at auction, $1.1 million, setting a new sales record for one of her dresses. The ballerina-length evening dress, which was estimated to sell for between $100,000 and $200,000, was worn by Diana at a dinner hosted by the mayor of Florence, Italy, during an official royal tour. It's made with shoulder pads, which are synonymous with the decade.
80s, yeah.
A black velvet bodice with embroidered stars in a metallic thread, and a two-tier royal blue organza skirt complete with sash and bow. I'd look really good in something like that. Celine Dion has lost...
she's not doing well.
No, she has lost control of her muscles
Write that down.
amid her
Harry checks.
amid her battle with stiff person syndrome.
It's very rare.
Claudette Dion shared the update with Canadian website Jour, which was translated from the French. She's working hard but doesn't have control over her muscles. What breaks my heart is that she's always been so disciplined, Claudette said. She always worked hard. Our mother always told her, you're going to do it well and you're going to do it properly. Or if
you're going to do it well.
No, she said, you're going to do it well and you're going to do it properly. Not if, you are. Celine's condition is progressive and incurable. Stiff person syndrome, very rare, as Gina said, autoimmune neurological disorder that causes muscle stiffness and spasms, limiting mobility and causing other symptoms like double vision, slurred speech. I think I might have it. Let's see. Matthew Perry, there's a sad story.
Oh, what now?
Well, it's just the amount of ketamine in his system was beyond...
Well, it was enough to knock you out for surgery, apparently.
More than enough. Went beyond that. He struggled with drinking and drugs for decades. He died from the acute effects of ketamine, which is an anesthetic with psychedelic properties. Perry was found unresponsive in a hot tub. The medical examiner's office said that drowning, coronary artery disease, and the effects of opioid had contributed to his death. But the autopsy described his death primarily to the acute effects of ketamine. It had more than they even use in surgery. He had more than they use in surgery in his system. And it was presumably self-administered. Let's see what else we have here. Travis Kelce.
Yes.
He's going to have a happy holiday.
How so?
He's peeled back the curtain on his Christmas plans amid his relationship with Taylor Swift. The athlete will work hard at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City, Mo, on December 25th, Christmas Day, for a game against the Las Vegas Raiders. It'll be a fun one, he said. While he didn't mention Taylor Swift by name, the NFL player did say that he is going to spend Christmas with Chiefs fans.
Well, she's a Chiefs fan.
Yeah, the kingdom always travels. We always travel well, he gushed. It's always a luxury playing for Kansas City, home and away. Notably, Taylor Swift has been a staple at most of Kelce's games since the couple hard launched their romance in September. She flew to Massachusetts with her dad, Scott, to watch the Chiefs beat the New England Patriots. And she made headlines for tipping Gillette Stadium workers with $100 bills.
Well,
dollar bills, y'all.
Wow.
Yeah. So whenever she had a so like somebody brought her food or whatever, she would tip with a $100 bill.
Here you go.
Because that's
nice.
The kind of person she is.
It would be nice to be able. It's because it's not. To me, that's not being a show off.
No, it's sharing the wealth.
That I have the money, and I need to give it to people.
Mm-hmm. It's like the Huntsman.
Like Christina Huntsman, and her dad said, "How do I give all this money away?"
One more story.
Okay, how about
one juicy, tasty morsel?
Jim Ladd.
Yes.
Ring a bell?
Yes.
I had no idea. I had no idea who he was.
Yeah.
Pioneering and hugely popular freeform rock radio DJ has died. The Los Angeles Times reports that Ladd died at home in Carmichael, California on Saturday. He had a heart attack. His Sirius XMU colleague, Meg Griffin, announced Ladd's passing on his Deep Tracks show last night. Ladd was 75. He was one of the DJs who took advantage of the relaxed rules on FM radio in the late 60s. Before a 1964 FCC ruling, FM stations would simply simulcast everything that was played on their owners' more popular AM stations.
Mm-hmm.
But the FCC said the FM stations had to include at least 50% original material, and that led to a surge in demand for cheap FM radio programming, and DJs like Ladd rushed in to fill that demand. The FM DJs would choose their own playlist, spinning deep cuts rather than singles, and sometimes espousing anti-establishment views. Ladd called himself the lonesome LA Cowboy. Well, we had one in Salt Lake,
at one
Stereo
time.
X.
Stereo X.
Which I forget what the frequency was.
99 FM.
Yeah, and I forget who was on it.
I think Dwight was there.
It might have been Joe Redburn. What's his name? Who just passed away? Michael G. Cavanaugh.
Michael G. might have been there,
on.
yeah.
But it was.
It
was. They talk like this, and they'd say, all right, we're gonna play a really deep cut now from the Moody Blues.
And 99 FM was kind of like that, not as deep as Stereo X.
Yeah.
But Jim Ladd, if you want to hear Jim Ladd, Gina,
yes,
I got to see him perform.
Really? In what way?
He toured and recorded an album with Roger Waters called Radio Chaos, and part of the show was a small radio station. It was all part of the show, and he would narrate the show. And he's on the album as a character.
Okay.
This is Chaos in Los Angeles. He's got that voice.
Radio Chaos.
But he would come in between tracks and talk to this character named Billy, it's a whole thing.
Yeah.
But
that's cool.
He was on it. So if you want to hear him, go to
Okay.
Spotify, Radio Chaos. Not a great Roger Waters album, but it'd be interesting to hear him.
To hear that, yeah.
All right, that's it.
All right, weather.
Warmer today than it has been. That little storm came through. Some of you saw some rain yesterday, and it mixed up the air enough that we've got better air quality today. That's good news. 52 for a high today. That haze will build back in tonight and through Friday. It looks like Friday night we have another storm system coming through, about a 70% chance of rain likely. And then we get cold enough Saturday night into Sunday. Cross your fingers for a white Christmas. That could change over to snow. X96 has resurrected the ghost of Christmas past with a Generation X96 weekend. Let us stuff your stocking with alternative classics from the 90s and 80s all weekend long, and all day on Christmas. It all starts Friday at midnight on X96.
Oh, we'll stuff your stocking.
Oh, yeah.
Stuff it good.
All right, we will take a break. We will be back more from the road home after these. 801-819-7300 is the number to call to make your donation. or go to x96.com, or go to theroadhome.org. X96.
The
All right, let's see. We've got 9:37 right now.
do you have an estimate of how much stuff or how many trucks did you bring?
I think we had a teenage number of trucks this year, and I know multiple stores have made some mid-month runs as well.
Oh, okay.
It seems to me that every year the trucks on the showrooms fill up a little quicker, which is great. It's a good problem to have.
Yeah, it's and we've got if you go to our social media like Instagram and stuff, we took some video of the trucks as they came caravanning in, and you can see that Rocky Mountain Chevy dealers always stepping up. Plus, you guys this year provided a match. Is that right?
Yeah, so we acted as a drop location and then cash donations as well. 13 years running now we've been doing this, and a pretty easy way for us to encourage our guests and employees and community to get involved.
Is there competition among the dealerships about who gets the most stuff?
Yeah, certainly. It's not a rule of law by any means, but all of us are in the car business and we like to win. So.
You get competitive. I mean, so they keep a track of the money total here that each radio station raises, and we always want to just pound the other radio stations into the ground. Rocky Mountain Chevy dealers, I'm sure we'll be with you again next year.
We look forward to it.
It's terrific. Thank you so much, and thank you. And I mean this sincerely. Would you please just extend our thanks to all of the people we worked with at Rocky Mountain Chevy dealers this year and all of the dealerships?
Yeah, you bet. Seriously, because we hear from our listeners all the time about how this makes it so much easier to donate because y'all are all up and down the Wasatch Front. It just makes it so much easier for them, and they really appreciate that.
Yeah, and we do. We send that sentiment on to our customers when they come in, and it's an easy time of year to want to do something.
I think, what are there, like 13 or something dealerships?
Correct, yeah.
And I wish there was a way we could do a show from each one of them every year. Just
tough to do,
but I don't. It's just too hard. But
we rotate it around. Yeah. We visit different ones.
Yeah, is that what we do?
Yeah,
I hadn't noticed that really.
Yeah, between all your stations you do, but we don't get to see your smiley face every single year.
Well, thanks so much, and thanks for everything you do, and we'll see you next year.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Let's see. Now, ordinarily, Trent would be calling in from Live Nation today, but.
No Trent, unfortunately.
No Trent.
Although he might be stopping by tomorrow, I'm not sure.
I think he said he was going to stop by.
Oh, that's right, he did.
Yeah, he wanted to stop by, so I think he's going to try and stop by tomorrow. I'll see if I can get confirmation on that. But Live Nation is giving away a lot of prizes here for the road home for those that donate. Tickets like the Red Hot Chili Peppers tickets, New Kids on the Block with Paula Abdul. That is an interesting mixture. 30 Seconds to Mars, Alanis Morissette, Gina, right there for you. Poiser, Oliver Tree. I mean, they have so many tickets that they're giving away for those that are donating to the road home right now. Even Alkaline Trio tickets. I'm quite impressed and excited about all those giveaways. So
and Randy Rainbow.
Yeah.
That's going to be a hot ticket in February,
So you could possibly win some of those if you donate right now. Just make sure you do it in X96's name, of course. Other things happening, all of the light walks are still going on for Christmas time. There is It's a Wonderful Life showing at the Broadway and Tower Theater all the way from this weekend through the 26th to celebrate Christmas. On Friday, there is Santa's Magic Morning at the Grand America Hotel, so you can hang out with Mr. and Mrs. Claus. The Grizzlies are playing this weekend against the Idaho Steelheads at the Maverick Center on Saturday. And if you want something to do on Christmas Eve with a family, there is the Santa's Christmas Eve Parade and Fireworks up at Snowbird, which I think would be pretty fun.
Oh, yeah, that would be fun.
That would be very cool.
That's on the 21st or 24th this Sunday if you want to go do something with the family for that. And, of course, the Winters Farmers Market is still going on Saturdays if you want to check that out through April. This is all going to be on our website if it's not already, and there's links to everything, so you can go check it out and enjoy your Christmas weekend.
Thanks, Katie.
Of course. Thanks, you guys.
All right.
Let's see. We have more donations coming in. Donation from Georgia, made in the name of Katie and Andy Solo. I know who that is.
Hey,
That's
wait a
my
second.
mom.
And
Thanks, Mom.
Carrie, the Uber driver, came by and made a donation. Thank you, Carrie. And a guy named Mike. He brought us some.
Listener Mike is what he called himself.
Caramels and pastries.
Yeah.
Those look great, by the way.
And I realized we haven't done this all morning, and somebody said, hey, you haven't given a total. So, right now, total for everybody donating right now is $131,000. Now, that's only 13% of the goal. And now that also doesn't count the Huntsman's $1 million check. They need to put that in there too. But so far, X96 has raised about $25,000. Our next closest competitor is FM 100 with about $16,000. So we're doing well, but we're a long way from the ultimate goal.
Certainly,
we like to do this work to help the road home. And we like to win. We like to pound the other stations into the ground.
So make sure when you're donating, if you're doing it online, up at the top it says on the donate button, it says a list of stations, or you can say, I love all the stations. You don't love all the stations.
No.
Just
How could you?
Pick X96, or if you call in 801-819-7300, make sure you give us credit for that.
All right. Well, let's take a break, play a song, and crawl towards the exits after these. X96.
had two people from the phone room here who are answering phones for donations here at the Road Home come into the tent to see us because they said, I can't believe I had to see who you guys were. They're not listeners. They're not listeners who work in the phones.
Yeah.
But every call is from your listeners.
And she said, Christy just came in and was telling us that, and
Yeah.
she said people will call and say, I'm their number one fan, and she'll say, well, the person that called before you said they were the number one. So thank you. Friends of the program come through every year.
She had to come and get a look at us just to see what was going on.
So when you call 801-819-7300, know that these are volunteers back there, and they're doing a great job. Be kind.
And there's all kinds of different radio stations and TV stations here. But people might not realize this isn't just us. This is a mediathon with lots of different folks. So
making lots of noise. And Jared Bond called and made a donation. Thank you, Jared, for doing that.
So did Krista Fogarty.
What's the phone number?
It's 801-819-7300, or you can do it online too. And our show's ending, but this continues throughout the day today. Marcy will be here, Todd will be here, and then we'll be back here tomorrow. So if you had actual items for the Road Home you wanted to drop off in person, we will be here tomorrow.
Which is what I got to do as soon as we're done here. Here's a little flashback, because we were talking about how many years we've been doing this, and it was determined 25 or 26 years.
25, yeah.
And here's another flashback for you. On December 20th, 2013, federal judge Robert Shelby ruled that Utah's Amendment 3, ban on same-sex marriage, was unconstitutional because it violated the due process and equal protection clauses of the Constitution.
Yep.
So that was 10 years ago.
That was back when things seemed to be going in a good direction in this country.
Yeah, exactly. And I remember, because I was driving down Pacific Coast Highway.
We were all on vacation.
Yeah, we were all gone. And I was driving down Pacific Coast Highway, and we were like, well, we got to do a show.
Gina and I were in town.
So we came into the studio.
And I contacted Angel Martinez down in Southern California, who is an old radio friend. And she got me into a radio studio in Burbank with a direct satellite line,
which was amazing.
And I was able to join in that way. But that was 10 years ago.
And I can't remember. We had people.
We had a bunch of people over
at the at the county building,
because there were people lining up to get married.
Yeah.
We had the mayor on. Ralph Becker was the mayor at the time.
I think Derek Kitchen was on the show.
Yeah, and it was. And I thought, finally, the country's going in a good direction.
Things are looking good.
Things are looking up. No. And then, but then somebody said, we got to put a stop to this.
One step forward, two steps back.
That's what I think happened. I think that's exactly what happened.
We need to put a stop to this.
Yep. Yeah. We need to get, all right. Anyway, something to think about.
I sent you a promo.
I see it.
Let me find that. It'll take me just a moment here.
801-819-7300.
Is that the number? Yes.
Oh, I thought that's what you're telling me.
Right.
The promos.
Or x96.com or theroadhome.org.
Got it.
All right. Thursday's Radio from Hell show is the final show of the year.
And day 2 of our Road Home broadcast from the Midvale Family Shelter.
Taking your donations all day, you can call 801-819-7300, or you can donate on our website, x96.com.
Now be listening tomorrow for the donation challenges to hear some of your favorite Radio from Hell Christmas songs.
Like Santa Claus is a Black Man, Lil Augie Rios.
And Seesma.
No Seesma.
No.
A Radio from Hell here on X96.
No.
Are you sure?
No.
Marco worked so hard on it.
And kept his mother up at night.
It's so cold, Marco, it's cold.
Wandering in the snow.
I don't remember the song.
It's kind of like that. It's kind of like that.
I know we have it there in the box, bro.
No.
If we get enough money.
If we get
Maybe. All right. I think we're good.
All right.
Marcy will be taking over, so continue your donations. Just because we're leaving doesn't mean that it stops. 801-819-7300 or x96.com or theroadhome.org. All right, I think we're good. Fine job as always, Katie. Live long and prosper, bitches.
Don't you know who I am?
Stay care, everybody.
Marcy is next.